How are you feeling now after the move? Feeling great?
I feel great, bro. I really do. I feel like one stress is lifted.
Yep.
A massive stress is lifted, but then the stress of the move has just taken over. But they're different stresses, you know? It's a fatigued stress. It's a organizational stress. It's copping phone calls, running it. Today was a running around day. Me and Sarah, like, what do we need? Lists, you know, down to the nuts and bolts, man, down to the drill bits, all that kind of shit.
You're setting up a whole new factory.
New factory, bro. You haven't seen anything yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen
Mate,
nothing. I just remember your old factory.
Mate,
and I have a feeling this is going to be V2.0. You know what I mean?
I think I've taken it probably to 3.0.
Not bad.
I've skipped the level and I'm like, fuck it. I want to do it properly. Like I didn't go all out, bro. I didn't break the bank, but I did it everything for the therapeutic discipline.
Beautiful.
You know, it's not going to be a bodybuilding gym. It's not going to be classes just yet. I'm still in the process of figuring out what and how I want to charge in terms of clients. So I'm just setting up free consultations.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I just want to get to friends and family, everyone on Facebook, everyone on social media, just bring them in and start to gather some social proof. And then once that's established, in that time as well, I'll set up how I want to charge and what I want to charge.
Yeah. That's a good way of doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Being of assistance to the people.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, the money will come.
Well, mate, the big fellas talk about it all the time, man. We love Alex Hormozi. I personally love Alex Hormozi. One, he came from the gym.
Yeah,
you know,
he did. Him and Layla Hormozi. They're both a great couple.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah. When I see a man and a woman working together, and I used to get asked a lot in construction, mate, how do you work with your wife? I was like, watch.
Watch and learn, buddy.
Watch and learn, man. One thing that I respect massively about my wife, she never lets the business get affected based on how we feel, she feels, I feel. We set up the number one rule is the companies never get affected. We're putting in so much energy. Yeah. It's like you're nurturing a child.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
And if there's an emotional breakdown and a technical breakdown in the company and you start to slip, it's challenging to recover.
Yeah, it can be like an avalanche.
Like an avalanche.
Like a snowball kind of effect.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it sets you backwards. But not only that, man, is that if you're already emotionally burdened from life, it's going to add to the stress of the business.
Business will crush you.
It'll crush you, bro.
Well, Sarah's an angel. She's an absolute angel.
Thank you for saying
that. I got a lot of love and respect for her.
Appreciate that,
She's an absolute warrior.
Mate, she's been by my side from the beginning. And one of the best things I ever did was ask her to come work with me. Handing me fucking paddle pop sticks while we're caulking bathrooms on our hands and knees, man. Vacuuming. At least they're like, you know, and then all of a sudden she was better than me.
Yeah.
You know? And then we started to share. Like there was never money between us. I'm like, this is what I'm making. This is what we can earn.
What is your business called, by the way, for people listening?
For which business?
The one you're talking about now, waterproofing.
So it's Hitch Property Constructions.
Yep.
So we've had that since it was established in 2011.
Yep.
It really took off when Sarah and I put our heads together. We're actually in the middle of a rebrand now. So we used to do a lot of bathroom renos, balcony renos, things like that. But after COVID, I sold my Evo, man.
Yeah. I remember that Evo.
I don't want to go into this story.
That's completely understandable.
Yeah, I don't want to go into this story.
You don't have to.
It's still, especially after driving that Evo 10 tonight. I unlocked the car and he's looking at me. He goes, mate, I'm like, just give me a second, bro.
Yeah. That's tough.
So we shut down the entire private sector because we're going to go into people's houses. And then 9 months after 2 years after COVID, mate, work was just backed up. And it didn't make sense for the strategy we had planned worked 10 years ago, no longer work now. So that was unfortunate. So we honed in on the caulking and the waterproofing.
Yep. Which is great because that is something that you need a certificate for. So
Correct.
people have to get it done, and they need a good licensed waterproofer.
It's a very niche market.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And we've been side by side ever since. Yeah. And now she's completely off the tools. She
Fantastic.
did the hard yards, hernia and everything.
Jeez.
Yeah, operations, and mate, she was lifting buckets, fucking
They're heavy buckets, those
machines.
Ardex
20
buckets.
20 kgs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And she's,
Yeah.
yeah,
I know.
she's a soldier, man.
That's why I said she's a warrior,
Yeah.
man. 100%.
Yeah. And
That's great, man. It's
Yeah.
great. You're doing well. That business is successful. How many people you got working for you now?
we got 3 full-time now.
3 full-timers.
Yeah.
That's great. And you guys are based in the office in the factory and
Yeah.
just do all the stuff
Yeah.
on like online and do all that kind of stuff, and then it gives you a bit of time to work on your next project.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And that is
Human frequency.
Human Frequency.
Yeah.
I love the name. It's really nice.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about when you hear it? Like, what do you think about? What comes to
Well,
mind?
for me personally, as soon as I hear Human Frequency, I think of you smiling. So it's a bit, you know.
Is it biased?
Yeah,
or
it's probably a bit biased.
Biased.
Because you and I, back in your old factory a couple of years ago, we were doing this kind of stuff. You know, you had me on as, you know, like a little apprentice, kind of like, you know, working on me and stuff like that, and like teaching me these ways and getting me to do these exercises and drills. And I found it very beneficial. You know, you were doing myofascial release tactics on me. And, you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But then, you know, the factory, you know, got closed, and
It's another story.
yeah. So that's
Thanks,
why I'm
bro.
just happy to hear that, you know, this week you've set up a new factory,
Yeah,
and you're opening
bro.
up a new chapter in your life, and it's just beautiful, bro. It's beautiful to hear.
We dungeoned. Yeah. Sarah and I, we moved back in with the in-laws after the factory.
That's a tough one.
That was when COVID hit, and Sarah's like, honey, this builder's calling and that client's calling. I'm like, mate, just tell them to get fucked. I just woke up to a joint every day, bottle of tequila, shots, PlayStation, just leave me alone. Yeah. Just
This is during COVID.
Yeah, this is during COVID. Yeah.
I was smoking a lot of weed back then.
Yeah, bro. It didn't help the fucking situation either.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Holy shit. But volume 2 is coming up. So we moved in with her in-laws for about a year and a half.
Yep.
I said 2 years. I'm glad we're out of there early. Mate, very grateful, very appreciative for everything they did for us, man. There was never... It was easier to ask them what we can't do.
Oh, that's rare.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's a blessing in itself, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has their quirks.
Yep.
And we accepted everything moving in, and then half lost it moving out. But knowing that we were on to bigger and better things, man, for us and our family and for everyone else involved, it's massively exciting for me, bro.
Yeah. Definitely.
We've got our own corner block of land, this factory.
Oh, wow.
So we got almost 420 square meters of land.
420, huh?
Yeah. And the factory alone, I think, is about 200 and something.
That's a lot of space.
Low 200s. The floor space is about 160.
Yeah, wow.
Upstairs, I think it's about 30, 40 in the mezzanine.
Yep.
And downstairs, I want to say it's about 30 square meters, kitchenette.
And it's a lot bigger than your last place.
Very modern, yeah. Much
where is
bigger.
this?
It's in Brayside.
Oh, Brayside, not too far.
14 minutes. That's why I called you. I chucked into the GPS. I'm like, mate, 14 minutes.
Straight up the M11.
M11, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's sick. So close. So for everyone listening, this is Sako. Sako's a long-term friend of mine. We've known each other since probably 2015, I reckon, around there.
Even before the first Evolve.
The first Evolve, the Evolve days with Joey.
That's it.
Human Frequency. So tell me about Human Frequency. Tell me.
It's a therapeutic fitness discipline or a therapeutic lifestyle discipline.
Yep.
So there are many disciplines in training.
Yep.
And I was in a lot of pain for many years. So I dabbled in a lot of different aspects of training and health and fitness. And when I was 32 years old, it got to a point where I'm like, I'm in so much pain, I can't fucking live like this anymore.
Bro, you look 32 right now there. What are you talking about?
Thank you so much. I'm 39 in January.
Fuck, that's incredible.
So
Sorry to get you sidetracked there.
that's okay, bro. I'm flattered. I'm a little bit shy, a little bit rattled.
I'm 32, man. I need to shave this beard.
Grabbing my bearings again. When I get rid of this, I lose 5-6 years. You'll do the same. You've got a baby face, bro.
Bro, I know. That's why I had a beard for so long. So when I get rid of it, I'll probably be 23 again.
That's all right, bro. We'll hit some underages soon for you when you take it off.
Underage. Fluid.
Did you ever go to Raventown Hall?
Moorabbin Town Hall?
Yeah?
Nah.
Fairy tales?
Nah, my parents didn't let me go to all those places,
no.
bro. I was locked in a cage, bro.
Yeah, wow.
Unbelievable.
Funny cat. So what I did was I just picked apart a couple of the disciplines.
Yeah.
Yoga was the first one. Yoga, I walked into a yoga session.
Yeah.
For the first one, and I was like, I walked out pain-free for the first time ever.
Wow.
In a long time. I'm talking 4 or 5 years of chronic back pain.
Standard kind of yoga?
Just standard yoga.
Not
standard
hot yoga.
vinyasa yoga.
Yeah,
Yeah, standard vinyasa.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I ever walked out pain-free, and I was like, fuck. It's possible to get rid of my pain now because I don't feel it. But then walking back into your old habits, your old stresses, everything things like that, everything comes back. But just that understanding that it is possible, I was like, fuck it. I'm on a mission. Yep. So then I just started researching everything from yoga to bodybuilding, calisthenics, functional lines, fascia lines. And I've been studying and researching the human body now, I'd say for the last 7 years solid. I read 3 books at a time now. If I was me
3 books
6-7 years ago telling myself this is what you're going to be doing,
you wouldn't believe yourself, huh?
Giving myself the finger, mate.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here, no way.
What are you talking about, Habib? I'm sure my leg cuff. Get out of here, bro.
I generally read about 3 books at a time as well, but honestly, the last couple of months, I haven't picked up a book. I don't know what's going on, man.
Sometimes you need a break.
I've been trying to learn how to fucking edit videos and do all this other shit.
Right.
That, it's... Yeah.
Do you prioritize, yeah?
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So
sorry?
Go for it.
I do miss, reading.
How beautiful is that, man?
I know. I miss it, bro. But, by the time I'm getting to bed and I'm like, oh, I could read. It doesn't happen, man. So I got to get back into reading. I really do.
First thing I do, wake up, glass of water with my Vitagreens.
Yep.
Straight to the toilet, take a shit,
and
read my book in there, bro.
I
kid you not.
So you read a book when you take a shit? That's a good idea,
First thing in the morning,
That's
man.
a good idea.
I'll read 4, 5, 6 pages, 7 pages.
What greens do you take?
I get it from Bayside Nutrition at Southland.
Okay.
I don't know the exact name of it, but it's all like organic spinach, organic kale, things like that. So these are the things that are a part of human frequency as well. Yeah. It's not just the fitness side of things. It's a psychological side of things. So I just finished reading Think and Grow Rich.
Yep.
I love how we sidetrack, by the way, because when you ask me what is human frequency, in my head, it's very complex still at the moment.
It's probably a broad spectrum kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not just like one. You can't just put your finger on it.
No, you can't just. It's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So what you do in the morning,
it encompasses like a spirituality kind of thing, a physical and then a mental.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and you know me, bro. I'm a very spiritual person.
For sure. Yeah, that's why we're mates.
And I've grounded myself a lot with that spirituality, where it's like God's not going to punish me if I say fucking cunt.
Yeah, you've done the work, brother.
Like it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I want to teach my clients is the physical side of things, and then we can start to implement the psychological and spiritual side of things, and start with breathing.
Yeah.
Start with just stillness, and then start with myofascial release in and around the hips.
Yeah.
So that'll be the first sequence, and then I'll work around their scapula, improve their shoulder mobility, and then we can get into kinetic drive, just how the electrical signals move with the fascia to lock in the muscles as you drive your hands together, your feet together, how you walk. The gait cycle is quite important. And then we get into a lot of dynamic exercises and corrective movements. And then I take them into agility and calisthenics. So I'm heavy in the calisthenics now, bro. It's unbelievable for your body.
Calisthenics. So I haven't really done too much things in calisthenics. Well, could you explain calisthenics to me?
Everything's body weight. Everything's body weight. So I'm not too sure if you've seen YouTube videos on bar stars or anything like that with the muscle ups and the planche, the human flags. It's a lot of gymnastics without the gymnastics. It's sort of like entry-level gymnastics. Okay. Put it that way. So the Olympic rings.
Yeah, I got the rings outside. I use them for hanging and stretching and like that kind of stuff.
Mate, I think the Olympians that do the Olympic rings are some of the most people. Mentally focused, mind-body connected people
of course
I've ever seen in my life.
Mate, those rings, it's hard to do things with them, I'll tell you that.
It's hard to hang off them, man.
I know, and some people, you see what the hell, what are they doing? Flips on them, they're bloody hanging off them with one arm and doing these crazy
They don't quiver.
No.
They don't shake.
Their body's working like a well-oiled machine.
It's unbelievable, man.
Everything down to when they breathe.
Yep.
They're fully control of every element,
yep.
Which is pretty cool. Ooh, vape. What kind of a vape is that?
This is an Urban Leaf Mini.
An Urban Leaf Mini.
Thanks to my friends down at Medigreen in Bentley.
Ella.
It's it's actually a flower vape. So it's no oils. You actually put the flower in there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. This is a Yamba. So it's almost a neutral. It's an 80% sativa. So
it's an 80% sativa. That's why you're saying it doesn't rock you as much.
Yeah. So
I've just been smoking a lot of indica.
Yeah, I can't do indica anymore, man.
See, the reason why I'll be doing indica is because I've got the CBD, the Eve. I'll smoke that like if I need to during the day. And then I'll only smoke at the end of the day. It's a big drag. And that way I'll just knock out and I'll go to sleep straight away.
Yeah.
That's my reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to rely on cannabis too much. That's like a thing for me, because I just got the medical, I've had that medical prescription for like how long? Probably 4 months now. Oh, bro, the first month I was ripped the whole month, bro. I was fucking ripped, bro. And I was ripped on the strongest shit because the doctor gave me the extra 30%, bro.
You're a funny kind. Morning, noon and night?
Oh, no, it wouldn't be more. I don't smoke like before work.
Right.
I don't smoke during work. I'll only smoke when I get home after work, after I finish whatever the fuck I got to do, or else I won't get anything done, bro. Sometimes I can be like with this stuff, I can be more of a uplifting. I can get shit done.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, bro. We'll see. Maybe the podcast is gonna go.
Or it could go the complete opposite, bro. It could go the complete opposite. It's very you'll be very surprised, bro. Like you really got to pull on it.
Yeah, I get ya.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what's in there is what I'd put in half a race pigeon. And to smoke all that, you'd need my tokes 20, 30 times.
So you're like it's like microdosing.
Microdosing, bro.
That's pretty cool.
That's all it is.
The Urban Leaf Mini.
So depending on my day,
Yep.
it depends when I smoke.
Yep.
It depends what I want to do with my time. Yeah. If it's very creative for me.
Yep.
And it's very in the moment for me. So if I'm having a creative day, and I wake up and I'm like, mate, this day's taken care of. Monday to Sunday doesn't exist for me.
You can be creative on that day, then you can have some earlier in the day.
That's right.
Stimulate your mind.
Yep.
Think of new ideas.
Correct.
Think of things that and the creativity aspect of cannabis, fucking amazing.
It's phenomenal, man.
It is.
It's
really
a proper tool.
I
It
agree.
really is.
I agree.
When you come to do things, it can slow you down. Absolutely. Like if I'm at the gym, when I used to smoke, and I'd smoke a joint and I go in, I want to do a fucking training. I want to train. All of a sudden you're training and then it's like, ooh, that feels good. Then all of a sudden you're on the floor. And all of a sudden you got a fucking resistance band. And then all of a sudden you're on the roller for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Then you look at the time, you look outside, the sun's gone down, missus is calling. It's like, yeah, right. Okay, life.
Yeah, I gotta go. I love rolling out after having a little like race pigeon, right? And then race pigeon, guys, is like a little rolly kind of paper joint.
Yeah, it's just
a little bit of weed.
Yeah, it's like 3-4 tokes.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, kind of like microdosing a king size joint.
Correct.
Just in case you guys were wondering what a race pigeon is, now you know.
Canadian race pigeon.
Why Canadian?
That's where I learned to roll them.
Ah, in Canada.
Yeah, my cousin taught me the card and everything. Like,
no shit. Yeah, that's cool. Look, it's definitely beneficial. Like if I'm rolling out, I feel like I can get into that muscle and release that tension.
It's unbelievable.
And oxygenate that muscle group so much better than if I was sober.
It increases your proprioception to your body. So it heightens your senses.
Proprioception, that's a nice word.
Yeah, right. So your fascia tissue is what myofascial release oxidizes.
Yeah.
And it increases mobility, blood flow. And when you smoke weed, it actually enhances your senses, right? So you're able to feel the body a little bit more.
Yeah.
And you're able to listen to it. We listen deeply to what our body speaks and imagine how much more that we can achieve from that, right?
Yeah.
So it's sometimes at the old factory, bro, I'd be on the mat smoking a joint and I'm tracing the pain points in and around my body.
Following the muscles.
I'm following the pain.
Yeah.
Right? And it'll lead me to particular spots. Bro, I had 3 bulging discs.
Where?
In my spine.
Jesus.
In my neck, my thoracic, and S2 or 3. Yeah, which is the coccyx. No, sorry, no. It was L4 in my lumbar. It was not the coccyx.
Yep.
Right? And then I had about 4 impinging nerves.
Jesus.
I tore my knee. I tore my shoulder.
Fuck.
I shit you not, bro, because of the miracle of weed.
The miracle of weed.
The miracle of weed.
Yep.
Yeah. Whether I was able to do it or not with or without, like without it, I'll never know. I genuinely believe it's possible. But
That's
what
incredible.
a guide.
Yeah, man.
Proper guide.
That's incredible.
It healed my body because I chose to listen and I chose to understand and I chose to research.
Yeah.
That's what human frequency is about. I'm not going to say, come onto the mats and smoke a fucking joint with me. Like, if you got a prescription, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely, I'm not going to say no, as long as you guys have a designated driver to get home, because we're not liable outside the factory doors. But
disclaimer is important today.
Sign here, please.
Conditions apply. Batteries not included.
Well, actually, they're not, because it's rechargeable.
Yeah, lithium ion, straight from the poor African kids.
Oh, bro, let's not go there.
Oh,
man.
we won't.
Let's not go there.
All right.
You're a sicko.
Let's dive deeper into the specific benefits that individuals can experience through myofascial release, and also like postural correction. Because like when you were teaching me, you were talking about the posture and standing straight, activating your core. You know, really like the knees over the toes, all these kind of things.
When we're training the knees over the toes, like it's okay to take that a little bit further. Yeah.
Let's talk about posture first, and then we can go into the myofascial release.
Okay. Where do you want to start with posture?
Posture,
as in like social, because as
social posture.
Yeah, like there's a social posture. Like what I mean by that is there's a conditioned people out there that work these particular jobs, right?
Yep.
Computers,
office jobs,
tech jobs. You're on your phone. You're on the train on your laptop.
Yeah.
It's a kyphosis. Yeah, so that's called kyphosis, when you got a really rounded back.
Yeah.
And your head sort of protrudes forward like this. So every inch that your head comes further out of posture.
Is that 10 kilos?
I think it was 10 pounds.
Oh, okay, 10 pounds.
I think
10
I
pounds.
do believe it was in
1.5
pounds,
kilos.
but yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And I think some people are like 4 or 5 inches, man. So they're adding 30, 40 pounds of pressure
On their neck.
onto their neck. And then people like that go and squat and put the barbell on their neck.
You can break.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so dangerous, dude.
Mate, what I've been exploring the last 3 months are my sinuses, right?
I wear the Alex Hormozy thing as well, bro.
Mate,
I should have had it on today.
I used to wear them before he got... That's how I actually...
I remember, bro.
It
Before
was-
your Alex Hormozy exploded, you were walking
Bro.
around with that thing on your nose, bro, and you were telling me, "Go breathe rights, bro. Breathe rights." I looked up the price. I'm like, "Nah, not today."
Some lady goes, "You can wear them like for 3 nights straight." I'm like, "Thank you. You just saved me about $200 a year."
They stuck that long?
Yeah,
I got some from fucking Temu, bro.
You're a funny
It's
cat.
a wish, bro. I got 60 pack for like $2.30, but it
Excellent.
only lasts about 6 hours.
Oh, really?
But for $2.30 for a 60 pack, I didn't mind. I
Right.
didn't mind.
The ones I get, they're drug free.
Drug free.
Yeah.
What is the other one's drug?
Included. Look, it depends on the glues they use. It depends on the.
bro. I was a
Yeah.
bit sus on those glues,
I've
bro.
never had an issue.
Okay.
No breakouts, no cloggy, no irritations, nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't
So,
know what
and
the
it's,
fuck I got Temu special, bro. Fuck that.
bro, sometimes I shit you not, if I don't have them,
Yep.
I'll go and cut a cable tie.
Yeah. Oh, and you'll stick it on a
I'll fold it, get some sticky tape.
duct tape. What about that super strong shit? Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
Funny. And they're
Bro, I know we're on a bit of a tangent talking about our noses now, but like when
but
I have
oxygen
that,
is energy.
dude, 100%. When I have that
Oxygen
on,
is energy.
it's just so much easier to get that breath. It's like 50%. Like it's like going from a 2.5 inch exhaust to a 4 inch exhaust, bro.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
Yep.
it's like just opened up.
Yep.
It's just. Yeah, exactly, exactly. At the moment, I feel blocked, like, and this is just normal.
Yeah.
So
So this is the thing. I've been working on my sinuses.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Tell
now
me.
I sleep on the floor.
on the floor.
I got an 8 centimeter mattress.
Yep, yep.
And I sleep on the concrete floor with those little tile carpets now at the factory.
Yep.
And I love it, bro. I'm working
Just on your back. Just
on my
flat
back,
on your back.
my side.
Yep.
Yeah, because I got mobility in the shoulder to sleep. I sleep like.
Oh
it's-
yeah. Okay, cool, cool.
I've stretched the body enough to get into those positions, right?
Awesome.
And the more I do that,
Yep.
and the more I find that I get rid of that kyphosis and open up the chest, yeah, and extend that thoracic spine, able to relax the neck, my ears start to pop. There's a particular word. I can't remember what it was.
Ears start to pop.
Yeah, my ears start to just... Yeah,
That's
my
incredible.
spine cracks a little bit because
Yep.
it's releasing all the tension
Yeah,
and
yeah.
opening up the vertebrae. It's like what myofascial release does. When it
Yeah.
pops, it releases water or oxygen and oxygenated water.
It's like a gas, yeah, or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
and it allows for better circulation.
Wow.
So that's exactly what myofascial release does,
But for the bones.
but for the skeletal
Yeah,
system.
the skeletal system.
Yeah, so I'm opening up in here, bro, and then all of a sudden I'm sleeping like this, and I find my nose can completely open,
Wow.
like I've got breathe rights,
On, but you don't need them.
but I don't need them,
Yeah.
right? But it is such mental, like it takes such control
Of your body.
of your body to do it while you sleep,
It's a lot of conscious activity.
even when you sleep, right? So imagine
Unconsciously conscious of your body.
day in, day out, what I teach, it's like an educational system. Once I teach you, yeah, you don't need to know anymore. You can go do the research on your own, from cold therapy to fasting to all organic foods to breath work to sleep regulation.
Yep.
These are all the things that I teach. This is the knowledge that I share inside this discipline, right?
But you teach breath work inside this discipline.
Mate, one of the key points of this recovery is my breath work.
Yeah, cool.
So it's reverse breathing. So everybody exhales on the push.
Yeah.
When we do my therapeutics, we actually inhale. So I got that from
So you're
yoga.
emphasizing on which point? The inhale or the exhale?
The inhale.
So you're emphasizing on the inhale.
So when you
and then-
lift,
yeah.
you So you're flooding the body with
So
oxygen.
just say what you lift, as in you're lifting
Yeah,
just like
say you're doing shoulder raises.
just shoulder raises.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with 1 kilo.
Oh, okay.
Because
yeah,
you're strength and conditioning.
Yeah.
So you breathe in 8 seconds and you lift, and then you hold, and then, and that locks in the transverse abdominis. But the funny thing about that, and we're going to so fucking tangent, bro, hard, is that if you've got imbalances in and around your obliques, if you've got around your QL, when you breathe and you hold,
Yeah.
if you've got those imbalances, it will naturally twist you
Back to normal.
back to abnormal.
Ah. Back to abnormal.
Because when you release,
Yeah.
you're soft and you're allowing the body to straighten. But then when stress and tension I believe is the biggest cause of injury and issue. When you create that tension, you've got those imbalances, it will bend you back to your habitual state. So I teach people to move with intention. And then the MFR breaks that all down. And then we breathe in because we're oxidizing. So we want to breathe in on the lift to elong and stretch the body.
Yep.
And when we do that, we hold and then slowly, because you don't want to create too much pressure. Otherwise, you'll bounce back habitually and stay in that imbalance.
You want to stimulate that area.
You want to stimulate that area, man. That's exactly what you want to do.
Interesting, man. Interesting.
So-
I've done I did a podcast on breathwork. I had a couple of breathwork facilitators here. We actually did the Wim Hof method in-house right here, live with the cameras going.
Sick.
It was a lot of fun.
How'd you feel afterwards?
Yeah, I felt great. We continued the podcast because we did
Yeah.
it at the start, and then we did the podcast talking about breathwork. So we naturally we thought, we'll start it off by doing some breathwork.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that'll probably come out before this. You did mention cold water immersion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me about that. I saw a
love
little
it.
video on your Instagram. You jumping
Yeah.
in, doing a cold plunge.
That's a rare breed in Mordialloc
Yep,
in Spray
yep.
Street. So they got the recovery center there.
Yep,
I love it, man.
that's a new facility.
It's a new facility, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 12 months, I think.
Yeah.
Don't quote me.
One of
but
my mates, Kamal, was telling me about it. Yeah,
fantastic gym.
Yeah.
Mate, Ray and Gwaine are just professional trainers.
yeah.
You know, they've both been in and around the industry for such a long time. And to see them in their element, man, training and helping people and, you know,
That's
helping
awesome.
them achieve their goals is fantastic. And they love what they do. And you can see it when they're training people.
It's a beautiful center.
Yeah,
it
really
looks
is.
like they've put a bit of money into it.
Yeah.
Done it properly. You know?
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
you want, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me about cold water therapy. What do you reckon?
But I swear by it.
What are the
I
benefits?
really do. Look, the science behind it, I don't understand exactly, but as simply as I can put it, what it does is it takes away blood from your extremities. So it rushes and
puts all the blood into
your
eh?
organs, yeah. So it's to keep the body processing, to keep it alive. And when you shock it with hot and cold, it releases new oxygen and new blood because it's vital. It's
Fight or flight mode gets initiated.
massive
right?
fight or flight mode, yeah.
Yeah.
So it brings all the resources to the body,
Yep.
and it's like I don't know if you want to say like a cleansing process, maybe for the blood and the oxygen. And then when you open up those capillaries, new blood, new oxygen, it just rushes throughout the body for healing.
Amazing.
You know, it's releases a lot of stress, increases your dopamine, increases test levels. Mate, I had my test levels done in May, and then again 4 months later after everything. I've been 100% with my discipline, with everything that I share with people. My test levels went from 17 to 22.2 in the matter of 4 months
17 to 22.2.
out of 32.
Okay.
It went up 5.2 points.
That's a lot.
It went up a lot, man.
Yeah. I don't know what that is like per deciliter or...
I'm not too sure. Yeah, I have no idea, but that's just how they measure the natural test in and even the free test.
Free test,
The free test is, I think, is out of like 600 or 700, depending which pathology you go to.
Yeah.
That was at 300, went up to about 550.
550 is all right. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Compared to where I was. And I think it had to do with a lot of the blockages that I had. So MFR, breathing and cold therapy.
Getting everything to just move freely.
Everything that I've researched to heal the body, man, cold therapy was one of the best stress relievers, muscle and aches they'd melt away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're talking, it's 4 degrees.
What would you compare, like, just say cold plunge, like jumping into like ice water, compared to like having a cold shower in the morning? Because I'd have a cold shower in the morning.
Yeah.
Generally, try to have it every day. I'd say about four to 5 times a week I'll have a cold
Awesome,
shower.
man. How good do you feel that day?
It's yeah, definitely. I feel like I've had a double espresso without the eye twitches.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right? 100%.
Yeah,
I do some of my best thinking in the shower, man, when it's cold.
Yeah,
it just slaps you.
Yeah, it's just like you just get in there and you just, don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch.
That's
just stay
right.
under it.
Who else is fucking doing this? You're a mad guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
You can
right.
fucking do it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is really good. One of my mates, Marco, he just lives around the corner. I helped him buy a 500 litre chest freezer.
Yep.
And we did it last summer. Took it to his house. He's a Sparky, so he connected this sensor to the fridge, and it pretty much stays between 2 to 5 degrees at all times.
That's beautiful.
So he does that every day, and he runs, he fasts in the morning every day. He only eats dinner. He went from 108 kilos to right now he's 78 kilos.
Good on you, Marco.
Yeah, he's a fucking sick cunt. You'll meet him.
That's amazing.
And he does 20 kilometer runs now.
Nothing turns me on more than discipline.
Yeah, he's very disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because don't give a fuck how you feel.
He's got this switch and he's just like that.
That's
just
stunning.
like that, right?
That's
And then
stunning.
he's just fucking on, bro. David Goggins mode.
Yeah, that's
like
mad.
he went for a run last week. He rolled his ankle and he had 7 kilometers to go. And he's standing there and going, fuck, I've rolled it. It's fucking killing me. What am I going to do? He was like, do I call someone? Do I get an Uber? And then he's like, I got myself into this. I'll get myself out of this. And he fucking ran the last 7 kilometers and got home. And then he gave me a call. He's like, hey, do you have any buds? Came over to mine. And then he went back and jumped into the ice bath. So he fully looked after himself, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he's a fucking G. So
Yeah, that's
just thought I'd
mad.
give him a shout out.
I love a good G. Good on you, Marco. That's
Yeah,
amazing,
he's
bro.
a sick cunt.
That's amazing.
Myofascial release is one of your posts that says it helps you lose weight.
Yeah. I actually did a bit of research on that. I had the team come back to me with a little bit of information. So the funny thing is, if you've got bound up muscles, you've got restricted movement, right? If you free up that movement, there's more blood flow, there's more oxygen.
Yep.
Your body's using more muscle fibers now. So straight away you start burning more calories. Whether it's an extra calorie a day or 2 calories a day, the more muscle fibers that are twitching in your body, the more calories the body needs to fire.
Exactly.
You know, so that was actually a really interesting point, man.
Yeah, definitely. Because
Yeah.
if someone's not using the whole muscle group,
Correct.
and they're not using it correctly, once they are, they will be burning more energy as a result of that.
It's like a restrictor, man, in a car. You don't take it above 3,000. What's going to happen? You're going to use less fuel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then
as
if
soon
you ever
as
take it past that limit, then you might blow the engine because it doesn't know how to handle that.
Yeah, correct.
Same thing with people's muscles and the ligaments, man.
Correct, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the biggest cause of injuries is tension. If there's so much tension, something's bound to snap, bro. If something doesn't bend, it fucking breaks. You know what I mean?
Whereas if you're loose and limber,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
you'll
Yeah.
be all right.
Yeah.
Shah, when you get a second, can you bring us some water?
Yeah, please.
Bro, we're dying here. We're fucking dying here, bro. I need some water.
I'm just about to spark this vape too, so please, ASAP.
Oh, God. Don't tell me he's got headphones in. Give me 1 sec. I'll just go and get some water. We can edit this.
Yeah,
out
we can just chop and change.
Yeah,
bro. Doesn't matter.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sick
he's getting it. He's getting it. Fucking sick cunt. He heard. Just bring a bottle of the San Pellegrino and there's some glasses, bro. Thank you.
So back to the cold therapy. I remember
Yeah.
you asked me a question about the cold therapy.
Yes.
You see what I mean? How it's just, it doesn't cook you. It just Gets you on a beautiful level. So I listened to these podcasts by Huberman and Dr. Elizabeth Soberg from Finland. So they put their kids out in the cold.
Oh, yeah.
From
birth, bro.
From birth, right? So just a quick side note.
Yep.
The root chakra, and the root chakra is actually developed 3 months prenatal.
Really? The root chakra?
So
Thank
that's
you, bro.
when... Thank you very much.
Sick cunt, bro. You saved us. Smoking
it.
vapes and shit. And
Yeah.
it's fucking dry as mouth.
You want some? Do we cheers with water?
Oh, yeah, why not,
Because I didn't
bro?
drink.
Cheers, bro.
Here's to you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, man.
So they put their babies out.
Yep.
So they condition their newborns to the cold, right? And studies have shown that a certain very, very high percentage don't actually get sick.
Because their immune system.
Because their immune system's
so
right.
strong.
But then the funny thing is that the people on the other side, they're like, oh, you have to get sick because how are you going to build your immune system? Yeah. And then those people would look at the people who've never been sick and be like, oh, you haven't got a good immune system because you've never been sick.
You're genetic freaks. There's something wrong with it.
And then I'm like, well, hang on a second.
Yeah.
If you've been sick, yeah.
You keep getting sick and you reckon it's going to boost your immune system.
How the like, it's just so...
There's no logic in that argument.
It's spectacular.
Because one person never gets sick and then the other's always getting sick.
But then their logic, each of their logic is like real logic to them. So you can't reason with them. And I've had this conversation so I got
it's like Palestinians and Israelis. Let's not go there.
Before we have to bar this podcast too.
Yeah. Joey and Kamal's one's not going up.
Yeah, I spoke to him today, bro. He's like, bro, it was just, like...
It's too hectic for YouTube, bro. It's just too hectic for YouTube, that one.
Where were we?
Finland.
Yeah, so they put the kids outside.
Yep.
And it's like... Anyway.
Yeah.
So they don't get sick.
Yeah.
In terms of the cold, the flus and this and that, because the cold regulates immunity and it actually strengthens immunity. So as babies, they're outside, they're getting accustomed to it. Us as fucking lebos, my parents are like, go wear your socks. Don't step barefoot on the tiles, you're going to get sick.
Bring an extra jacket.
Wear your fucking amis fanella. Wear a singlet underneath your t-shirt. Fanella there. You're going out to nightclubs where you can see the fucking wife beater underneath the t-shirt.
Yeah, bro, we're soaking. So those babies, they're having all that oxygen and all that blood rush into their organs and then come out right, at such a young age. So their body's getting like well adapted for future.
Strengthening from the inside out. Yeah. Imagine we do it at our age, man, and the benefits it has. Could you imagine the benefits that these children have?
And continuing to do it. That's probably how they live till 100, bro.
Mate, and they're not like staying outside for 2 hours, man. They're outside for a minute, then outside for a minute and a half. It's a gradual process.
To work up to 5 or 10 minutes, yeah.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. And she also mentioned that it actually... Like cold showers every morning, there's different benefits to it. I believe, I'm not sure if this is actually studied or I read it somewhere, but like you said, it's like having a double shot espresso when you jump out of a cold shower without having the shakes and the anxiety and heart palpitations that coffee gives you. And I used to be up to 4 coffees. Now I'm down to 1 because of...
That's good. I'm on 1 as well.
And
just in the morning and that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah. No more.
I like that. It's a drug.
Yeah, when we went to Vanilla and we were hanging out and I had that frappe, I couldn't sleep until I got to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I don't understand how you did it.
That fucking wrecked me, bro.
That's why I had peppermint tea. I was like, I'll have a latte. I'm like, I don't know how the fuck you sleep, bro.
Bro, Joey was like, what? Habib, what? You had bro, I'll go straight to sleep after that, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? He's running on like 15 espressos there. Animal.
Unbelievable. Yeah, bro. He's cut back a lot.
Yeah.
He's cut back heaps.
Yeah. But yeah, look, it affects everybody differently, coffee. That's for sure.
So... It has the dopamine effect, the clarity effect, but when it releases brown fats, I don't know exactly what brown fats do. I don't know if we can look it up or research it.
Brown fats.
But it's actually very good for your liver. It's cleansing for the body.
That's why I was doing it, to stimulate the brown fats.
Yeah.
So the brown fats, right, they're like the long-term storage fats of your body. right? And I'm trying to lose like as much fat as I can at the moment. That's why I did keto the last 4 months. I lost 12 kilos.
You're looking great, by the
Thanks,
way,
bro.
man.
I went from
I mentioned it at the beach when I
Cheers,
saw you. So
I went from 107 to 93.
Massive.
Out of keto now, I'm around 94, 95. And I'm just training now every day and just building muscle, because for that period of time that I was in ketosis, I didn't train because obviously I'm not having carbohydrates. I'm using fat as a fuel, but I'm using fat as a fuel to then do a 36-hour fast and then stimulate my own fat cells, so then I can burn them and use them as energy. So that was effective. Every week I would do between 1 to 2 36-hour fasts. Every day I wouldn't eat until about at least 2 o'clock when I would eat. Some days would be 1 meal a day, other meals 2 meals a day max. But I was never hungry, bro. And my mental acuity was so sharp. And that's what I loved about keto the most. It's just amazing, bro.
And it's a state of the body as well when it goes into ketosis.
Yeah.
It's actually, when you fast for about 16 hours, it releases
Human growth hormone.
Yep. And then I think after 24 hours or 36 hours, starts to release peptides. So not peptides, sorry, stem cells.
Ah, stem cells.
Starts
That's
to
right.
release stem cells.
Is that aphagy or autophagy or something they call it?
Autophagy.
Autophagy.
So it's basically cannibalism.
Correct.
Yeah,
the body utilizes its own proteins that are damaged to then turn it into stem cells, pretty much.
And apparently,
something like that.
Mate, that's apparently there's I lost my train of thought. Autophagy. Apparently, some of the proteins in our fat cells that get eaten up and used by the body are better than some of the proteins we have externally.
Yeah, wow.
So it's actually more powerful, more beneficial for the body.
Incredible. You know? Yeah, so that's why I was doing keto to utilize the fats on my body, but the brown fats, I think what they are is they don't have that much oxygen going to them. So to stimulate them to get out of that brown fat long-term storage mode, you use cold water therapy. Right. Because what happens is all that oxygen rushes into your organs, right? And then when it comes out, it stimulates those fat cells and starts utilizing them as energy. So that's why I've been doing a lot of breath work, the cold showers. I'd love to have a little plunge pool in my backyard.
$99, like man. NC Fitness.
$99?
Yeah, it's like little plastic ones.
Yeah, it's just like a one-person jump in.
Yep. Get it done. 4 bags of ice, 3 bags of ice.
Yep.
Yeah. Cost you $10 every time you do it. You do it twice a week, $20 a week.
That's so good. My mate, we got his 500-liter chest freezer for $200.
That's great.
Yeah. And then I think the module was $50.
Do you keep the same water in there?
No.
Yeah.
Like you change it like
every so often.
Yeah, each kind of like day or couple of days.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that shit going green, bro. You're jumping in
right,
it. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. But because it's so cold, it doesn't get too dirty.
Yeah.
You know, which is good. But like, yeah, I haven't even been into that yet.
2 to 4 degrees. It's cold.
Yeah, 2 to 4 degrees.
Ray's at Rare Breed is 4 degrees. Or 5 degrees. It's very, very cold.
That's what you want, though, isn't it?
It's very
Isn't
cold.
his one nice? It's like tiled.
It's a spa.
It's a spa, yeah.
It's a proper spa. And then you got the magnesium, and they're both magnesium too.
So they got heaps of mag in them.
Another thing about coffee, is it actually releases magnesium from where you actually need it in the body, and it comes out your piss. So it actually depletes your body of magnesium.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Coffee,
right?
Gets rid of the magnesium. We need as much magnesium we can get as well.
Yeah.
Wow. I have heaps of magnesium spas here. I got a spa.
Really?
Yeah. So like I have heaps of those.
That's mad.
I was thinking if I just get the bags of ice, I could just chuck them in the spa. Then I can just have a.
How big is the spa?
It's just there in the. It's like one of those old school WOG 3 triangle 2-person.
Need a lot of bag of ice.
Yeah, I would. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
A lot.
You go on a 7-Eleven every day, bro. Wasting my money.
And it still probably won't even be that cold.
Nah.
Because the water, by the time the water fills up, it's, That's why $99, man. NC Fitness. Or sign up. We'll go to Ray's. $30 for casual pass once a week.
I'll just go to my mate's. He lives 1 minute away. He's got the chest freezer one. I'll do that. I'll do that first. I wouldn't mind coming to Ray's and seeing that facility. It's probably gold standard, you know,
amazing.
AAA facility.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely is.
So you had some serious back pain a few years ago, and now you're pain free.
Correct.
How did you do that?
The discipline, bro.
Just the discipline?
It's the discipline. The moment I felt that I could achieve it walking out of that yoga class was when I just put my head down. I'm like, I can't live like this anymore. I need to do it. Researching, breathwork, cold therapy, meditation, smoking weed, listening to the body, reading the book, man. So Myofascial Release is actually based on a spiritual mind-muscle connection from the author of John F. Barnes, who actually discovered Myofascial Release and the benefits.
Wow.
I hardly stretch anymore. Yeah. I do a lot of more active stretching. So not the stretching I used to do, but more movement-based stretching. That was one of the biggest key factors. Myofascial Release was another key factor. The kinetic drive and the dynamic movements of how the actual body moves mechanically for walking only.
Yep.
Literally taught myself to walk again. My foot is 1.5 centimeters bigger. I went up 2 fucking shoe sizes, man. I fixed my scoliosis. Breathe, all breath work, bro, while I train, discovering the negative breathing. And then full strength and conditioning from 1 kilo and body weights. Like I was training people with resistance bands that are 6'3". One of my mates, behemoth guy. Mate, I have him on for screening some days with the waterproofing. So he's moving fucking 20 kilo buckets up and down stairs like a machine all day.
Yeah.
I gave him a noodle. Resistance band. He's like, oh, my shoulder, bro. Like, just you know. I was like, mate, come, sit here. Roll out, roll out, roll out. And then just start basic exercises. Yeah. And he's like, bro, what the fuck is this? I go, trust me, man. In 20 minutes, you're going to be begging me for a smaller one. Just the...
You're gonna be begging me
for a smaller one, man. Fuck it hell. So just the minute microscopic movements leading into the bigger movements, strength and conditioning from the inside out, from the first movement of that anatomy.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was bucketing sweat, bro. He was a chef for 15 years.
Yep.
I don't know if we're sidetracked here, yeah? But he was a chef for 20 years.
Yep.
And he was always on a stance.
The same stance.
The same stance.
Yeah.
So it's a habitual stance.
Yeah.
So
make them fucking pots and pans.
everything he does, he
Stems
did it
from that.
outside.
Yeah.
He went to train and he was training like circuits and whatnot. And then he came to see me. And then I taught him everything that I know. In 20 years, bro, he's seen physios, chiros.
You name it.
You name it, man. And it's all temporary and it's all systematic, as we understand the Western.
Well, they want you to come back, bro. Or else they run out of money, right? They don't get any more money from you.
I don't want my clients to come back. I genuinely don't want them to come back. If they come back, I haven't done my job properly.
Give them the tools that they need.
That's it.
Yeah.
This is what worked for me.
It's a good way.
This is what I hope works for you. It's not one size fits all, but mate, this has worked. And it's working for people.
It's good, man.
So yeah, where were we going with that story?
I was talking about the serious back pain that you had. Yeah. And you were able to cure it.
Yeah.
And, you were helping me with my thoracic back pain.
That's right.
So, it's I think like what we were doing back then, you had your elbow.
Yeah.
Right in my back. It was right here.
Yeah.
And we would just like, you'd hold it there, yeah. And you were holding it there for like fucking 15 minutes. And then I was just concentrating on the breath, right?
Yeah.
And I was just breathing into it and visualizing the oxygen going into that spot.
That's right.
Because that's what the spot where I have all the pain, because one day I was holding fucking 20 drop sheets, right? In this house in Brighton. It was probably worth fucking $15 million.
Wow.
Right? And then fucking the door was closed, like one of those auto shut door closes. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm holding these drop sheet. And then I put one hand down to open the door and then holding it. And then this arm just caved in, bro. Whatever was there, it like broke.
Yeah.
It just fucking got ripped off, bro. And I had a dead arm for like fucking 6 weeks, bro. It was fucked. That was back in like 2014.
Yeah, right.
2013, 2014, around there. So ages ago.
Yeah.
And when you put that pressure in there, right, with your elbow, you know, it was beautiful. Even though I was in extreme pain, right? And the pain was just bearable, but I wasn't focusing on the pain. I was focusing on the breath and the energy that's going into that spot, and then the recovery that is happening in the long term in that spot.
It's long term.
Yes.
It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
It's going to hurt. It's genuinely going to hurt.
Yeah. Myofascial release hurts.
Mate, recovery hurts.
Yeah.
You break your arm, what, you think it's pain-free?
Exactly.
You got a pinch in your shoulder, but you think it's just going to go away.
No pain, no gain.
Mate, it's just how it works.
Exactly.
You know, you got to feel the pain to heal the pain. That's from Anadea Judith, Eastern Body, Western Mind, where she breaks down the chakra system.
Wow.
And this is another aspect of the business.
Eastern Body, Western
Such
Mind.
a beautiful book, bro. Like, I genuinely believe we need to track her down and put her on the podcast. She's one of the first people that I would want to have a conversation with.
When was this book made? Like, how old is this person? Whereabouts do they?
I'm not too sure, bro. Midlife for the author. But as for the book, I'm not too sure. You know what? Let's find out.
Sounds very interesting, man.
Yeah, bro. It's beautiful. No, I'm glad I was able to help, man. And then I went into my dungeon.
Yeah, you were off grid for a while after that.
Mate,
Yeah,
I
remember. It was a real rough time back then, bro. You know, like we were in lockdowns. You couldn't fucking go anywhere.
We had curfews.
We had curfew. We didn't give a fuck. We were protesting.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
you know, it was a rough time back then. It was a rough time.
Thanks, bro.
Now it's not that time. Now we're on the better times.
Now we need to fly, bro.
Yeah.
We need to fly. So the logo of the company is a phoenix, symbolizing rebirth
Very important.
and a new start. I feel like I've just taken off. So I've come out of the dungeon.
Yep. Flapping your wings.
My head's out. I came out. I stood on the ground, and I'm like, okay, I'm here. Yeah, the wings are growing slowly, and I want to fly, bro. I just want to fly. I'm just consuming my mind and body with knowledge. I'm flooding it.
Why not, bro?
And this is the thing. It's like sometimes, like you said, when you read, you got to give the body a break. And this is something that I wanted to discuss tonight, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is something I wanted to discuss. So it's a mental fortitude that we create. Yes, thank you. I was in the shower this morning and I was in the cold and I'm like, you know what? This is something I want to discuss with Billy. I wanted to ask you, bro, when you read, when was the first time you started reading? Oh, it's actually off, bro. You got to turn it on.
Yeah, that's why I didn't taste anything. I'm like, this is a dud. Take it back.
Yeah, so this one's just got to heat up. So what?
Let it heat up.
It doesn't combust.
Do you need more buds? Do you want me to bring some of mine?
I've actually got more.
Yeah, actually,
actually got
let's
more.
use yours because mine's not sativa.
Yeah.
Mine's heavy indica.
Yeah.
Knockout shit.
I had one indica when I first got this thing.
Yeah.
It made me fucking stupid, bro. It stopped me, and that's what I don't do that. I can't do that.
Bro,
I smoked it during the day like a fuckhead.
Look, it's it's understandable, bro. It's understandable. Indica zombies ya.
Yeah, I don't
They're
like
full
that.
zombies you, bro.
Yeah, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like my life.
I can only
Minimized.
do that at 10 p.m. onwards.
Even then.
I don't even enjoy it when I do it sometimes because I'm like,
Oh, Billy, then stop.
I feel like a dumb cunt sometimes,
And
bro.
this
That's what it is.
this is the whole thing that I wanted to talk about.
That's why I got CBD.
Exactly.
That's
It's
why I
like the
got
choices
CBD.
that you make, right? And
Yeah.
these choices, they fatigue you because you're creating a new habit.
Yes.
Right? Like I asked you, when was the first time you read?
Yeah.
And for how long?
I reckon when I was probably like the first ever time.
I think the first ever time that you considered to read.
it was probably when I was 6 or 7. There was a book called Del Toro's Quest, and I was obsessed with it.
Yep.
And I read that whole series of 15 books.
Yep.
I remember
Like you said, can't you remember this?
I remember one day, the second series came out, right? And the first book of the second series was 3 books. I read that fucking first book in one day.
And you enjoyed it?
All I gave a fuck about was reading that book.
Yep.
And then after I finished that whole series of Del Toro's Quest, my parents bought me a computer.
Right.
And then it was game over, bro. I was learning coding and I was doing all that kind of shit, building computers. I took a step back from reading. Why? Because I could fucking, but this was before Google. Right? This is when Ask Jeeves or all that shit, Alta Vista, all that shit, bro. And I was learning, asking questions to the internet. My dad would be like, oh, he'd buy these books and shit. And it's like, oh, you got to, all these questions. Mate, I was just fucking Googling the questions. My old man's like, how the fuck are you doing this so fast? My kid's a genius. I'm like, bro, I'm cheating, cuz. You don't even fucking know because I don't know how to use a computer. You don't. Well, what do you do?
Mate, Henry Ford was in court, and he was being spoken to as if he was a buffoon, right? And he's like, the lawyer was asking him questions about presidents and dates and history, and Henry Ford was struggling to answer these questions, right?
Yeah.
And then Henry Ford replied, "Why would I consume this useless knowledge? Yeah, when at the click of a button, I can find out." He goes, "I leave my mind free for what I want to do."
Wow. So he's doing like room cleaning for his mind. He will only take in what he deems fit.
My favorite quote.
He's a minimalist.
Favorite quote, but that can be broken down. He's a minimalist of what he doesn't want.
Of the mind. Of what he doesn't want because of the storage space in his mind. He values having free storage space.
Is he a minimalist or is he a maximalist? If that's even a word. He maximizes his potential.
He maximizes the amount of space that he has. It's like
for his thinking, bro. For his creativity.
Extra RAM in his brain.
Look what he did, bro. Why would you fucking fill up your cache?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How many terabytes do we have? How do we know that it's already like on read only now?
And this is my point now. When about the first time I asked you to read, sorry, I meant recently. Yeah, but I love the fact that you remembered that story at the age of 6, bro.
Well, you didn't specify that.
No, I didn't, and that's why, man. You're tired of talking. I'm like, fuck. When you were 6, what a mad guy. I hated reading when I was a child, right? But this is the thing. You're reading now, and then sometimes you know that you should pick up a book and read.
Yeah. Well, the last book I've read currently is a book called The Elusive Curve.
Yeah.
What's
it about? Yeah.
It's about it's a non-fiction story on friends, a group of friends that go to Antarctica to see what the fuck's going on over there, because the main character in the book is adamant that the world is flat. He's adamant that the world is flat, and he wants to go to Antarctica to find out the fuck's going on.
Non-fiction is real, yeah? Like it's a real story, or is that fiction?
Sorry, fiction.
Right.
Fiction.
Right. Like, who is this guy,
up,
man?
bro.
Are we gonna find?
We're gonna find
it's like
him.
me and biased and non-biased.
I'm interviewing that guy like next week. The guy who wrote the book. He just lives in Chelsea. His name's Billy Zig, and he wrote that book. So that's why it's because I'm reading the book before I do the podcast.
Yeah,
with him.
nice.
So it's the latest book that I've read.
So what's stopping you from picking up a book and reading?
Well, I'm reading Homer the Iliad.
So you're reading.
And there's another one. They're all by my bedside table. They're there, but I'd barely pick them up because by the time I get to my room, I'm gone. I'm dropped, knockout. You know?
1 page, bro.
Yeah.
And
That's the book. That's the other book, The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah, right.
That's a really good book. I've been reading that, and that's an easy read because that's only like 3 or 4 pages a chapter. So that's achievable.
I had this discussion today about marketing. What you just said is one of the key tactics in marketing. Break down your chapter. Break
like
down
60
your
chapters of that
subchapter, subheadings.
They make it
And
feel
then-
like the person's progressing quicker.
It's unbelievable, man.
They stick-
Hormozy, Brunson, Kennedy.
Yeah.
They all do the same thing, man. Sabri Subi, all these guys, their books I've read on marketing, they say the same thing. And it's funny that you mentioned it because it's fucking true, bro. It works.
It's true. Yeah.
It works. It's an easier read.
That's why it was in The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah.
I'm sure those boys that you mentioned just then, they've read that book. It's a
Yeah, man,
phenomenal
quite
book,
possible.
and I'd highly recommend The Way of the Superior Man.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
really good.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's an easy read. Any bloke can read it,
Yeah.
you know, and you'll feel achieved because some days you'll read 3 or 4 chapters. Another day you'll only read 1. But you know what? It'll only take you 5 to 7 minutes to read a chapter.
That's right.
So that reward comes quick.
Bro, even if you read 1 page,
It's 1 page less than what you didn't read.
it's 1 page less than you did it. One
Page more than you didn't read.
did.
Hey, that's that, bro. That's that. It's already taken its effect on me there. Fuck. That's funny. It's so funny.
Yeah, man. And that's how I started. I started with 1. But then the mind can only consume so much,
Correct.
right? So we're back to the cache. And we're back to Henry Ford. And we're back to Israel and Palestine. Because it's the way I see that, bro. And I'm not talking about the country. I'm talking about human frequency.
Yeah.
Not my business, but the frequency of a human.
Yes.
Do you watch Animal Planet, bro?
Animal Planet?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but
These
I know Animal
fucking creatures
Yeah.
rip each other
To
apart.
shreds. Yeah. What's the difference between us? Do you see what's going on? They're bombing the fuck out of cities.
What's the
bro.
only difference?
Between those two?
What's I believe one of the big, not the only difference, I'll take that back.
Intention?
One of the biggest differences,
Yeah.
mate, is definitely intention. Yeah. Second is the distraction.
Distraction.
It's distraction, bro.
Yeah.
It's on these. They're in your homes. They're in your hand. It's a massive distraction. In my personal opinion, wars have been raging for thousands of years, if not hundreds of thousands of
course.
years. The animals kill. It's the way of the planet.
It's the way of life.
I don't know, man. Look, like you said, intention is different.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'd agree with that, bro. Like, if it's a natural cause of life, a natural path of life.
If a tiger's hunting a deer, right, that's a natural thing. They've been doing that for thousands
Definitely,
of years.
bro. Yeah.
You know, carpet bombing innocent civilians and leveling a city, that's some dark intentions there.
But there's also territory. Mate, you rock up into a lion's den, bro. Who do you think's... What, do you think they're going to be like, oh, hey, man, how are you? It's $3.50 for parking. What are you talking about, man? He'll charge you for parking and then eat you alive.
Yeah.
It's a battle for territory.
Yeah.
And that's another perspective of mine.
Yeah. Territory. That's
So the only thing is, it's like they're distracting you and filling up your cache. Disrupting your frequency, man. It's tragic what's happening, bro.
This thing, it's destructive. It definitely is. Because
man.
how, like, what was, just say, like, in the 90s, yeah? What was a 21-year-old in the 90s? What was their attention span? How long was their attention span?
Much longer.
Way longer. What's it now? About 7 to 5 seconds?
I think TikTok is like 3, bro.
So it's like between 3 to 7 seconds.
It's unbelievable.
The average probably 21-year-old's attention span, right? In the 1990s, a 21-year-old would be reading a book. They'd be smashing out a book. They'd be riding their bike. They wouldn't be on their mobile phone. The most they would have would be a home phone, and you'd be talking to girls on the home phone.
Yeah.
The girl would be, like, the parent would answer and they quickly hang up.
Mum, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's Bill there. It's different. It was a different time, yeah. But the cache, bro.
It's the cache.
The human brain's still the same.
That's
it hasn't
right.
evolved. It hasn't doubled.
That's
it hasn't. You know, there's still the same amount of neurons.
And this is that lesson from Henry Ford, bro, stuck with me when I first read it 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it's taken a long time to defrag and rebuild. Like my crash in COVID, all I knew was that something miraculous was coming. And even though you feel shit, yeah, you just got to have faith, man. You just got to have faith, because it's
so true.
The way
Faith.
I saw this video the other day where this professor goes, and it's touching on faith, right? Because it's what you perceive and what you believe in your surroundings, right? Comes from your belief and your perspective. So there was a chant, "This is embarrassing," in a massive group.
Yeah.
And in the English accent, the British accent.
Yep.
And then on the screen it said, "This is embarrassing." And then it started to cycle. Bart Simpson showering. And it changed the words. And then it sounded like every single other one.
Yeah, wow.
And it goes, your perspective, reality is not what reality is.
No.
We don't perceive reality. We perceive our reality.
Yep.
And this goes back to the cache.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's your
and
reality.
This goes back to faith. And this goes to why I fucking read so much now. Because even if you don't remember it, bro, and you're hard on yourself for not remembering, and I ask you a question about the book, what it's about, you can't fucking answer me, it's here.
It's somewhere there.
It's somewhere there, bro.
Can you unlock it?
That's the faith. You can create your own faith, man, within yourself. You just trust that it's there. And you can amplify it. It's phenomenal, man. It's the distractions. It's the cage.
That's the higher vibration of the human frequency. That's the frequency that you want is a higher frequency.
So
you don't want a low vibrational frequency.
You don't want a low vibration.
A high vibration.
You want a very high frequency.
The higher your frequency is, maybe the easier it is to access those long-term memory stores.
And this is where this comes in. This is why it's everything in moderation, bro. Because look, you need the high frequencies, but you can't survive without the low frequencies.
You need both.
You need both, bro. So the demon of the root chakra is fear. And the demon of the crown chakra is attachment.
And that's why when you're frightened of something, they say, "Oh, fucking nearly shit himself."
Nearly shit himself, bro.
Yeah.
His legs buckled, man.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because it fucking cramps and your knees buckle and
root chakra.
Mate, when you're attached to something, it's an attachment theory. I went through a phase of mate, Eastern body, Western mind. Get on it, bro. It's phenomenal. When I went on a phase of cleansing my attachment, I realized that it came from a guardian.
Yep.
And then as I start to witness it in me, I start to ask questions about where it derived from. And then I started to inspect my surroundings, and then I figured out where it was. And then I started to see it. And I'm like, sorry?
Yeah, continue.
The attachment theory.
Yeah.
So when people get attached to things, they don't let things go. They just can't let it go. It's like, dude, let it go, man. It's like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's the same shit.
You got to cut. You got to cut that shit out.
You got to cut it emotionally. Yeah. You still have the person in your life. Right?
Yeah, of course.
But you got to cut it emotionally.
You got to learn how to control.
Because if you can't attach, if you detach, you invite new energy in. So the crown chakra is your biggest transmitter.
Yep.
Right? Energy flows in because it's the highest moving vibration.
It's the crown, yeah.
And purple is the fastest moving color.
Royal.
It's a royal, is it?
Yeah.
So that's in and out. And once you start to align, the body starts to follow.
Yeah.
And if you let go of the body with MFR, the mind starts to follow. And one thing that I will coach people through is the emotions that come with it. I've gone through from the bottom to the top, and it's an emotional journey, man. Like people will start to break down, start to melt down.
Sure. Yeah.
You're
dealing
toxins.
with the spinal energetics, you know what I mean? That's a big thing.
It's big, man. Yeah, it's really big.
There's a lot of people doing a lot of work on spinal energetics and integral energetics and, releasing that stored traumas and set areas in the spine.
This is the cache, bro.
Yeah.
It all goes back to childhood trauma. It all goes back to what the body holds on to.
Yeah.
You know?
And everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
So each use case has to be specialized and unique based on the person.
The emotions are different. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's a process to all of it. There are principles to all of it. You know, each individual character, you deal with it differently because it could be anywhere or anywhere over the body.
Yep.
Right. So then you've got shame, guilt. You've got grief. I actually suffered with a lot of grief.
That's heart chakra.
That's the heart chakra.
The green one.
Yeah. And then you've got lies, illusion.
From the throat. Yep.
Yeah. Illusion.
From the eyes.
From the, your sixth chakra.
From the pineal.
From the pineal.
Yep.
And,
from all that calcification, the lies.
and you know what, bro? You know what myofascial release does? Breaks down calcification.
It does? What, of the pineal gland? Or
It breaks down calcification of ligaments, muscle tissues, fascia tissue.
That's right, it does too,
It's
eh?
unbelievable, bro.
Because you're holding that.
How this all connects.
And as long as you're taking vitamin K2, supplementing vitamin K2 while you're doing that myofascial release, your body will still utilize that built up calcium, but it'll put it into your bones.
Yeah, right.
Where it needs to go.
How amazing is the human body, bro?
Fucking oath, man.
Like how it can adapt
yeah.
is just mind blowing,
It's
bro.
it's incredible, bro.
I just encourage people to clean their fucking cache, man. Yeah. And just become the best version of themselves.
Yeah. And to clean their cache, what do you mean? Just in case they're listening out there, like, oh, fuck, clean my cache. I want to do it. What does that mean?
It's like you just press Control Alt Delete on a computer and start again. Just format the hard drive and start again. But it's
like,
a
what
process.
are you telling people to kill themselves?
It's a process.
What are you doing? I don't want anyone.
Game over.
No one. We're not talking about suicide.
No, we're not. Definitely not. Unless, like, you know. Mate, I've touched on it, bro. You know what?
I've had a near-death experience too, bro. So there's definitely something there.
But suicide itself, though. Suicide itself.
Yeah.
It's fucking, bro. It's fucking real, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's fucking real.
It is.
Like, people just don't want to be there anymore. I was in chronic pain for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And the sadness of the world, I could really appreciate how people just don't want to be here anymore. How it's just that.
Well, how many people don't want to bring kids into this world because of the state of the world?
I was fucking one of them, man. And then Sarah's friend is like, you're the kind of people who need to bring their kids into the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, fuck. Good point.
Yeah.
If we're really going to fight this
Work
fight,
on those
mate.
test the levels, man.
Well,
that's it.
Works.
You got to fight the fight and the good fight. And yeah, I think it's important to have, the next generation of strong leaders.
You know what Sarah said to me today?
Yeah.
She goes, I love how masculine you are. She goes, during this move, she goes, I really saw it.
Moving shit around, hauling shit, getting shit done, this, that, there, have cunts on the phone.
Like, just get it done.
Yep.
Building the fucking cable machines, building the squat racks.
Next thing,
Mats,
smash it out.
just next, bro. Phone calls from the boys, phone calls from the team.
Sure, Habib.
You know what I mean? It's
good,
great,
man.
bro, and I love it. The more I clean out my shit, the more I got room and energy for something else.
So clearing your cache is like what Henry Ford was talking about.
You don't need that useless information inside
You
you, bro.
don't.
You just don't need it. It doesn't need to be there.
So for someone listening, that could be stop watching useless Instagram feed shit, Facebook feed shit, TikTok shit. Mm-hmm. The algorithm doesn't give a fuck about you, bro. Mm-hmm. You're just a number, and that number is a couple of bucks to them.
Stop watching the news, man.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't even have an antenna.
It's tragic, bro. But, unless you're going to...
You'll still hear about it from someone. Someone will eventually tell you what's going on. But your mind will be defragged.
I just,
What are you thinking?
everyone's got to look after their family, and I think that's just what I want to do, man. It's my responsibility, my obligation, and my choice, mate. You know, I just want to look after my family.
Yep.
And for me, that's success now. That's success.
Yeah.
And I can't be distracted from that. I have the ability. Like Grant Cardone said this.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, if you
10X guy.
love him, bro.
Yeah, he's love
love him.
He's good. He's
yeah,
good.
I really do. Look, everyone has their thing.
Billionaire guy.
Everyone has their thing. Yeah.
He's very, like, I can see what you mean by you bringing up his name, and you were just talking about family before.
Yeah,
so
bro.
it's completely
what he's done with it, like how he's taught his daughters and the education
and
he's given them.
And his wife as well.
Unbelievable,
she's,
man.
You know, beautiful lady.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, very successful entrepreneur.
He was the one that said, was it Van Gogh that cut off his ear and only painted one painting ever in his life? I don't know if it was Van Gogh exactly, but anyway, he painted one. He was a fucking proper artist.
Yeah.
Painted one painting, blew up. And he goes, why would you want to be that selfish and not share your
gift with the world?
Your gift with the world.
Yeah.
You know, he goes, mate, that guy was selfish. I'm like, all right, man, like, relax. That's what he wanted to do. But these are just his thoughts.
So what, Van Gogh only did one artwork?
Whether it was Van Gogh or not, someone did only one masterpiece.
Yeah.
Whether it was one painting or one masterpiece, but it took the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, mate, everybody has a gift. And if you follow their gift, it turns into a passion. And then that passion can help the world.
Isn't that what God sent us here to kind of like do?
To help humanity,
be the
man.
ultimate expression of Him or it or they
or them.
Just being...
Shut up, Billy.
Just trying to tick all the boxes here, guys. Oh, bro, I knocked you out with that one. Fuck it out.
I love it. It's like the colors of your keypad right here.
Oh, bro.
Oh, bro. So that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to deliver value and help people.
That's good, man.
You know,
That's good.
Help my family, and it's the distractions, bro. You can't have them in your life.
Well, it makes it a lot harder to be able to do those things if you're distracted.
So much harder,
man.
bro. You know, sometimes I think, fuck, have I worked? What did I do today? Did I work enough? Yeah. Then all of a sudden it gets to the end of the day and I stop and I'm like, all I did was work on something.
Yeah.
Just work on something. In the morning now I train every morning.
Yep.
That's work. But because it doesn't feel like work anymore.
Because you've turned it into play.
It's unbelievable, bro. It really, really is.
If you can turn your work into play, then that frees up space in your mind. Because that becomes like an autonomic response because you're playing. You're actually in a joy state instead of a cortisol-inducing state when you can't be fucked and you just want it to be over. So you got to spend more time in play. Like today, the whole day, like I was working in the beehive. I had about 200, 300 bees trying to sting me all at once. The crazy bitches. They're all women bees.
This is what I mean about Animal Planet, bro. Everyone's out to fuck you, mate.
Exactly.
You know? Exactly. You're not going to like put it to the world that bees are bad,
bees are trying
kill
to
them
fuck
all.
me, but then at the same time, I'm trying to get the honey from them. So what's going on here?
Do you know what I mean? You're killing their home, bro. Like, it's just...
Well, actually, I gave them a triple story. They were double story. I put on an extra story. I did the big reno for them.
And now they got to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. When they're like, oh my God, look how much honey we collected, guys. I'll come and swoop and take it all day. Get
Mine.
down, dog.
And like...
That was play for me. That wasn't work. That's what I'm saying, yeah?
I'm sure it wasn't play for them.
Nah.
But
they were
it's
fucking
the circle
angry.
of life, man.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah,
the sooner people accept it. Anyway, yes.
The nature of the beast. So we were talking about before how you love to help people, and you know this is a big thing for you. Let's do a simulation here. Let's say a tradie with 10 years in the trade. He's got some lower back pain.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some neck pain. Mm-hmm. He's generally stiff because he's fucking standing all day. Maybe he's a bit unhealthy. He's drinking fucking V cans and eating sausage rolls from the servo. But, you know, he watched a couple motivational videos on YouTube now and he's like, you know what? I want to actually do something about myself, you know?
Yeah, I love those people.
What are 3 things that they could do at home to relieve their pain using myofascial release? What would you recommend? 3 things. For someone that knows nothing about it.
Start on the
about it.
glutes.
On the glutes.
First thing you do, go buy a foam roller. I said it in one of my videos. Everybody needs to have it in there.
Foam roll. I've got 7. It's good.
Foam roller.
Yeah.
And then a PVC pipe when you start to...
That's one of them. Yeah.
When you want to dig deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go buy a fucking Bunnings
That's
for like
good for you.
$3.
That's good for your glutes.
Very good. I use a roller and a foam roller. And I've got about 10 different tools now that I use.
Yep.
And I'm starting to master. It will be the glutes.
Yep.
It'll be the QL.
QL is?
The quad lumbar.
Quad lumbar.
Yeah,
Yep.
your muscles
Yep.
that run from your lower rib to your hip.
Yep.
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 Release that.
And this is because they're standing all day. That's
This
why
is
you're
because they're
targeting the
standing all
glutes.
day. Yeah. So a lot of people, they would have this anterior shift where their body sort of, and they get lazy and they collapse or they're bent too far. So their muscles are either shortened or lengthened too much.
Yep.
So you want to break down those knots, yeah, to release in and around the lower back. Sometimes the glutes are overused. Sometimes the glutes are not used at all. And they're in their hammies.
So the glutes not you being used at all would be actually more for an office type job person that's
You can
sitting.
see it straight away.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
when they get onto the mats. Like I said, there's not a one size fits all.
Yeah, yeah, but let's just go back to the tradies.
Yeah.
Because the next one's an office person, so we'll
It
do that
it all
next.
depends, man, how they're firing their muscles.
Yeah,
It all
yeah.
depends what's overworking.
So we've got glutes for the tradie so far. We've got glutes. We've got the QL, which is
Yeah.
what was that again? What
The
was
quad lumbar.
Quad lumbar.
That goes from the lower rib to the
Yeah.
hip.
And what would be the third one that you would recommend for them?
Mate, I'd say they're traps.
Their traps.
But this is the thing.
That's a big part of their neck.
It's
so
massive.
It's that would be, and you know, a lot of tradies on TikTok, especially the people with the road sign stop and go and all that kind of shit,
Bro, they're just like
on
this and they're like this.
Yesterday, the person that was holding the stop sign, yeah, it was on slow and people were going, and then the other person came out, they cracked, oh, what the fuck you doing? The
Supposed to
fucking
be on
bobcat.
stop.
50% chance the cunt had got it wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So traps, that's good.
But again, it's all very specific
Yes.
to their symptoms,
Yeah, yeah.
to their mobility,
Yeah.
to their rotation through the shoulders, their thoracic spine, which leg is bigger, which muscles are bigger.
Yep.
I'd need to physically see, or
And-
they'd
yeah,
need.
yeah.
I'd need to physically be told.
But this is nice. Someone could grab a foam roller tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. And then they could roll out their glutes,
Yeah,
their quad lumbar,
their quad lumbar.
and their traps. And for me personally, I get a lot of benefit out of those three.
Yeah,
Great, immense benefit.
amazing.
I won't be using the PVC pipe on my traps, but I will use the spiky foam roller
Yeah,
on the traps. I'll use the PVC on my quads, my hammies, and my glutes, right? And, mate, I love just sitting there and breathing on a
Yeah.
spot, staying there for like
Yeah.
5 minutes, because straight away I feel better. Straight away. This is like it's honestly, it's like an instant gratification. You feel that spot, and that spot is literally telling your body, thank you for fucking paying attention to me and not neglecting me, because it's been 10 years.
and sitting through the pain.
Yeah.
Like
It hurts, man.
Your
It
body
hurts.
respects, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very painful.
Yeah, man.
But you have to go through it. And sick cunt for doing it,
Yeah,
man.
like here I've got a bit of pain here at the moment. I've got a tendon, tennis elbow issue.
In here?
Yeah, it's here.
Up the top.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
This part's actually a lot smaller. I'm left-handed.
Mate, roll out the tricep. Yeah. The
Yeah.
shorter head.
Yeah,
And then the
That's-
longer head.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then reach it into the rear delt. Right?
Yeah.
And then into the top of the chest here. Do your fingers ever
you
go...
feel it. You feel it here.
Yeah.
It goes to here. This part that goes to my finger, it goes
Yeah.
all the way through to here.
Yeah.
I've traced it to there.
So which finger goes numb? You ever get numbness in the fingers when you sleep? Has that ever happened?
Numbness in the fingers. Yeah, sometimes. I think it
dead
was
fingers.
these two. It'd
Yeah.
always be those two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Roll out the pec in here.
in here.
Yeah, so there's the crease. So you can grab the pec like this.
Yeah.
You want to roll out on the crease in there. Then
Okay.
follow it up into the delt and down.
Yeah.
And then across.
Yeah, I'll come to the factory tomorrow.
Bro,
Just joking.
and mate,
Yeah.
anytime you want to come down, Billy,
I appreciate
more
it,
than
brother.
welcome,
Thank you,
brother.
thank you,
Fuck
thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. And then from here
Yeah.
into the trap.
Into the trap.
Around the back and up and around. Yeah. Because the nerve runs in and up. Attaches to the shoulder and then into the vagus nerve.
Yeah. If you do that on me once, then I'll be able to do it on myself properly. Yeah, yeah.
this
for
is
sure.
the thing.
The vagus nerve. That's it's not Vegas, like
Not Vegas, no.
Vegas or something.
It's Vargas.
Vargas. Yeah.
V-A-G-U-S.
Yeah.
So a little story about that. I almost died on my mats doing a deadlift once. Because
What? Fuck.
I put so much. Remember how I told you when you breathe and you, if you're
The pressure.
calcified or if you're imbalanced, my biggest problem was I collapsed. Like I had a longitudinal compression, like a gravitational compression to the right like this. So I twisted. My entire vagus nerve got suffocated.
Oh wow.
Crushed. Yeah. Calcified. So what happens is your muscles and fascia start to calcify to protect the most vital parts of your body. Like I can feel it now in here.
Yeah. Wow.
I can feel it, bro. It's actually fucking disgusting. And when the muscles and the fascia start to calcify, it protects the vital organs. It protects the nerves that are keeping you alive. So I was twisted. I couldn't lengthen. But in that deadlift, I breathed and I lengthened, squeezed, pulled, suffocated. Bro, dropped the bar, dropped to the floor. My life flashed before my eyes, Billy.
Wow.
When I do holotropic breathing, man,
Yeah.
first time I did it, my vision went to this big. And
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, fuck. Everything else went black. I'm like, I'm going to black out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This, everything went black.
Yeah.
My life flashed before my eyes, dropped to the floor. And I'm like, you got this, bro. You got this. You got this. And it wasn't even a laughing moment, but I'm fucking him. Like these are the lengths I went to deconstruct my body. Yeah. But while I was doing deadlifts like that, I was learning the hard way.
Yeah.
This was back when I was 31 or 32.
Yeah. My age.
Yeah. I was still like learning about what's happening to my body. When that happened, I was like, all right, this is fucked.
Yeah. Well, how much were you deadlifting?
Nothing, man. Like 60 kilos.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Nothing.
But it was the way that you did it and the way that
It
you
was the
got into
way,
that spot.
correct. So you're pushing to open up the body
Yeah.
under load. And you bang, walked over, I grabbed Sarah's leg.
Fuck. She would have been freaking out, huh?
She goes, honey, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I just need to breathe through this. And all of a sudden came back to. I looked at her. I'm like, almost died. I go, my life flashed before my eyes, and she just looked at me like she was just stunned.
What has he done now?
It's all part of the process, honey. It's all part of the process, bro. You know.
100%.
And it was just uphill from there, man. It was just uphill from there. The biggest challenge was breaking the habitual pattern of bodybuilding style training and isolated muscle groups and into more functional movement, man. Yeah.
Would you still say that, like, gym and isolating muscle movements is, still an important thing?
It depends where you're standing.
Yeah.
Important thing, the bodybuild style of training for the 6 reps, 1 RM, it depends what your goals are. For me and for a human, I don't think it's sustainable.
For a human?
I don't believe it's sustainable.
Okay.
But if you're doing high volume and you're doing, you're punching out your 1 RMs once a month. Once every 6 weeks. You're not trying. You're not trying
an RM
it every
for people.
is a repetition.
1 RM.
So one repetition. So 1 rep.
Just 1 rep.
Yeah.
1 rep
heavy,
max.
As heavy as you can go. Yeah. 1 rep max.
They're good, or they're bad. What do you?
Again, depends your purpose, man.
Like for me, I'll go to the gym and I'll just aim for about 12 to 15 because I'm doing hypertrophy at the moment.
That's
I'm just
comfortable.
Trying to build the muscle.
Yeah.
And that works well with my fascial release as well I find it because it's
Yeah.
just pumping oxygen and kind of
Love
just
love
isolating
high repetition, bro. Yeah.
I'm not really a fan of the, just like couple of reps, go as hard as you can. I
Yeah,
feel like there's
nah.
too much overload on my joints. I don't
Yeah.
need that shit.
Yeah.
I'll be, if I was doing that, I'll be looking at getting stem cells by the time I'm 40. I don't want to do that.
You can
Not
do
yet.
you can do 1 RM at like 80%. You know?
That's,
But if you're doing bodybuild style, you're going fucking hard.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're repeating it day in, day out. So it's a great area. It depends who you ask. It depends what your goal is.
Yeah.
But as a functioning human, I don't think it's sustainable day in, day out.
As
you know?
get bigger, as a, just say for a bodybuilder, for example, you're less mobile. In a way, like, because your muscles get so big, like, like some of the real full on.
Kai Green was actually very, very flexible as a bodybuilder, man.
He was the exception, I'd
He
say.
was
Some
the
of
exception,
the poses
yeah.
that Kai
Yeah.
Green could do, and he was an absolute weapon.
He was, bro.
He was like,
He was an IFBB athlete, proper athlete. He was up there with the big boys.
he's got all these courses that, it was crazy.
And mate, the way he moved was just next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is possible,
He was like Alien vs Predator.
but
you
I
know?
think yeah. He was on another planet. This
Yeah,
guy,
dude,
man. 100%.
Yeah, so what were you saying?
I think it just comes down to the individual, man, and their sole purpose.
Is that for me?
And what they want to do.
Hello there. Mate, we've done nearly 2 hours.
That's amazing.
Effortless.
Effortless, bro.
Yeah.
Effortless.
Real effortless.
And we could just continue, man. We can just continue, There's so much more to talk about. But in a nutshell, I love it.
In a nutshell, go on.
Human frequency, man, is just a therapeutic fitness lifestyle discipline where I just share my knowledge with people, man. I just want to share my knowledge, and whoever wants to listen can listen.
What's your Instagram? Because you're sharing your knowledge on Instagram.
Human frequency AU.
Human frequency AU.
Yeah.
And your Sako.human frequency.
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'll have all those things on the descriptions.
Yeah,
So
sick.
people will be able to go and
Legend.
follow you guys as well and
Thanks.
build up the followers
Thanks.
and all that kind of stuff.
Thank you. I want to reach as many people as I can, man.
Yeah.
I really want to get this message out.
Yeah. Well, you're doing good work, mate.
Thanks, bro.
I'm liking all your content. It's great content.
Thank you.
It's done very nicely, and just keep doing it, bro.
And it's only going to get better, man.
Well, that's it.
They always say, just start.
Yeah, exactly. When I did remember when we did a first mock-up podcast,
Yeah.
like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're
Have
doing
a
this
look,
one.
man.
This one's like, I've done more than 10 podcasts now.
It's amazing.
So 10 that I've released.
Amazing.
So it's it's all about just starting and just doing it, and you get better as as it continue. This is the first time I've smoked on the podcast, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm pretty happy with that. I was thinking of putting a little extractor fan in the roof so we can. maybe not. Maybe not a bugle.
Fuck yeah, hell, man.
But I think that's a really good thing. The little vape. That's all you need, bro.
That's what you need,
don't
bro.
need to smoke a big joint, man.
Mate, my parents know I smoke.
Yeah, same.
Right?
Same. Yeah.
And I said to my mum, Mama, it's like having a glass of red or 6 bottles.
Yeah. So true.
You're coming
So
home, you're having a
true.
glass of scotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're having the bottle, man. Like, it's
What do you want?
It's just what you want,
What do
man.
you want?
Because we've had some friends that had a run-in with drugs, and it's taken a toll on the family, and my mum sees it and things like that.
It's
and,
messy.
the people we grew up with, some of them never came out of it, and,
Destroyed their lives.
Your parents see it, and they're not stupid, bro. They understand. So when they found out, I said to her, Mum, what do you see me doing?
Yeah.
Like, what do you see me doing, man? I wake up, I train. I work. I'm building these businesses.
You got a company that, you're employing 4 staff.
I've been with Sarah for 10 years. We've got employees. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't go out anymore, man.
Can I have one glass of red?
It's 1 glass of red wine,
Yeah.
mate. And then I'm like, Mum, come here. She didn't, but
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man. My mum knows that my government knows because I'm on medical prescription.
Has
you
your
know?
name on the barcode, bro.
Yeah, it's got my name on the barcode. I go down to Bentley Corner Pharmacy. Shout out to Bentley Corner Pharmacy, Centre Road, corner of Centre Road and Jasper, what it done. But that's the thing, right? I'm doing it full legal.
Yeah.
It's legal, right? So why is someone telling me what I can and can't do? But I appreciate the concern.
Yep.
But I think I'm doing all right.
No shit.
You know what I mean?
No
I
shit.
fully understand that.
You're doing fantastic, bro.
Yeah. My mum, she's known I've smoked weed for a while. It's so funny. One day she's like, I want to try edibles. I'm like, do ya? Oh, all right. And so she had this like little cookie. And I go, Mum, just don't do anything. Don't walk the dogs. Don't just stay at home. An hour into it, she's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna go walk the dogs." And then she's walking the dogs, and as she's walking, she's like, "Ha ha ha! I feel amazing. Let's go of the leash, bro.
Be free.
Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, doggies, come back. Where'd you go?" And then they're running around, and then we're just like, "Fuck!" We're trying to catch the dogs.
It's hilarious, bro.
A person with another dog walked past. They picked up the dog, gave it back to Mum. Mum's just like, "Thank God." You know?
Thanks, man.
Yeah, she was super chill. And I'm just like, I told you not to go. She's like, oh, I didn't listen.
And sometimes when they do it for the first time, they're like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you start seeing a stone on them.
I don't feel anything. I'm just going to go for a walk. Bad idea. But, like, she's a bit of a pioneer. She's 52, 53, something like that. Pretty young for a mum. Mm-hmm. She did mushrooms like 6 months ago. Gave her a decent 2.5 gram dose. She did mushrooms and she's like, whoa. She's in my backyard. She's like, wow, I see colors that I didn't even know existed. And she was just dancing with the songs, like all these
with the movement,
Indian,
and the vibration,
Hindu songs and stuff, like all the
Gorgeous.
instruments. Mate, she fucking loved it. I'm trying to get my dad. Nah, he doesn't want anything to do with weed.
Amazing.
Or thing. He just loves red wine.
Yeah, right.
He loves the actual red wine.
Yeah,
He
nice.
just froths wine.
And mate, there you go.
And that's fine.
You know?
Yeah.
Does it make a difference now to your parents that it's legalized or not?
I guess not really. Nah. Well,
It's
easier for me,
Yeah.
but like I'll only have it when I'm at home.
Is it still a drug for them, sort of thing?
For Mum, no.
Yeah.
It wasn't really.
Obviously,
like,
man,
ever.
she was flying on mushrooms. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely Dad. He's the old school.
Yeah.
So it's for him, nah, mate, doesn't do anything for me. Never did it. Don't need to. I did it once. Didn't feel nothing. Whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just red wine. He loves it. He's got wine fridges. He's a wine collector. I bought him a bottle of Grange for his birthday this year because he turned 60.
Beautiful.
Froths wine, and I'm just more of a cannabis connoisseur.
Right.
I like that. I like red wine as well, but
But you don't drink.
yeah, I don't really.
Yeah,
drink that
we don't
much,
do other
bro.
drugs,
Yeah,
man.
well, if I have a beer, I'll have 1 or 2 max. That's it, and that's if I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather 80% sativa.
It gets shit done, man.
You do,
You know?
up and about, moving around, no inflammation.
I don't know what it is about Alex Hormozi, bro. I just
You love him,
I
huh?
honestly think it was the
You
nose
wanna-
strip, man, and just
Yeah.
that he's a gym lord,
He is the gym
and
lord.
just the way he talks,
he
he just
acquisitioned your brain.
unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Like I've got all his books, I've seen his seminars, and he mentioned the other day, it's like he had this video. Don't quote me, I'll be paraphrasing, and he goes, "Success doesn't matter whether you make your bed in the morning or not."
That's funny because all these other people are like, make your bed in the morning or else
Right?
you're not going to be successful. If you can't do that,
Right?
you can't do
And he
Just
goes,
be successful, bro.
You tell me how the fuck folding a sheet from here to there
Is going to teach you how to be successful.
is going to teach you how to be
But
successful.
you know what? He slept on the fucking floor for
His
like
gym mats, bro.
years,
Mate,
bro.
one of the first pages, he goes,
Yeah.
peeling my face off the mats,
in the morning.
praying to God that I didn't miss my appointment with one of my first clients.
He's a G, bro.
He's a proper G, man.
And you
Yeah.
can see how he carries himself. He's just so honorable.
And his validation towards that, and his validation towards, he goes, mate, whether you smoke weed or not, whether you drink alcohol or not, He goes, if it inhibits your process for your goal, yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not what you're doing. Yeah. It's
How you doing it?
it's how you're doing it. He goes, mate, I know how many successful people do you know smoke weed?
So many.
So many. How many people are fucking drug addicts, man? How many people are alcoholics? It doesn't stop them from being successful.
Yeah.
It might fuck with their
There's
heads.
super high level successful people that are hooked on a pharmacopoeia of fucking
Bro.
pharmaceuticals.
One thing that fries me is that they're called drugstores.
In America, yeah. They're
Like-
called drugstores, bro. Just gone down to the drugstore, get some opiates. No
It's
dramas. Oh, he smokes weed. What a terrible person.
It's like the...
What a
عليك كلب واطي روح فيلم من هون get the
Kelp
fuck
dog,
out of here. Bro, it's just it's abnormally brain frying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when they call the rat test, I'm like,
The rat test.
through COVID, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The rat test.
One guy at Bunnings today,
Yeah.
he was like, he was purchasing something and the guy was sitting across was scanning across from him.
Yeah.
And he goes, sorry, mate, could you read this? And the employee reads it for him and he goes, oh, sorry, man, after COVID, my eyesight's just shit. And he goes, oh, everyone says it was from the vaccine. And he's laughing and I'm looking at this cunt going, fuck,
Poor cunt.
poor cunt.
He full got fucked his vision.
And he goes, and he laughed.
He laughed.
It was so dismissive of it. And it was like,
That was disrespecting his own being. He's dismissive of his own truth.
and it's going back to Alex and he holds his values so personally.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's like, well, fuck you, man. You got a problem with me smoking weed? Bad luck. These are my fucking choices. It's not inhibiting my success.
Nope.
It's actually compounding my success. Yeah.
True. You're one of the, rare people that can smoke weed that just out of my friends, out of my friends group.
Yeah.
You're one of the rare people that can smoke weed from the morning. You could wake up and have a roast pigeon in the morning, right? And you will get everything done.
Everything done.
Yeah, you will get everything done until the end of the day. You'll get everything done.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know they can't do that. A lot of people that smoke weed in the morning, I don't really see them or talk to them anymore because I don't have time for people like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
If
that's
you're
what
waking
that's
up and
what they
ripping a
want to
cone
do
in the morning.
Yeah.
It's either you got a day off and that's very fucking rare, and you're able to get that hammered in the morning, like wake and bake. Like I haven't done that in maybe once this year.
They're the
I
best,
can't even,
bro.
yeah.
It's the best.
But again, it goes back to the moderation thing, how you do it, because you're not doing a massive fucking.
You're not knocking yourself out, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're using it strategically. Why wouldn't you? It's a fucking tool. Don't abuse it.
That's a good tool right there.
It's a
the
very
Urban
good tool,
Urban
bro.
Leaf Mini
It's a very good tool.
for the viewers.
And you know what? Look, if you wake up and punch bongs and you're still functional,
Then good on ya.
then good on ya.
Yeah.
I don't recommend punching bongs because it's just like it's obsessive.
If you were to punch a bong, at least a double chamber, so it's less harsh. And I'd like to see you get shit done because
I'd just love to see it, bro.
because
I
I know I wouldn't be able to. I'd be going straight back to bed or straight to Netflix with a bag of Cheetos on my gut, and I do not want that. I haven't eaten like fucking chocolate or like chips like Doritos and all that shit. I haven't eaten any of that shit in 6 months, bro.
Good on you, bro.
None of that shit.
What a detox.
I have no fucking no Snickers, none of that confectionery shit, bro.
Yeah.
I was ripped like last week at my mate's house. Slept over, of course, because I don't drive on cannabis. And I was like buckling under the pressure. I was so stoned. I was like, oh, bro, do you have any chocolate? And he's like, nah, actually, I don't. I'm like, fuck, thank God, bro.
How good's that?
Thank God you saved me. Because, yeah. The sugar, bro, like being in keto for that long
Yeah.
and not having, any of these refined carbohydrates, activating, ketones and using that as a fuel source, I felt like I had accessed a higher percentage of my reptilian brain, but my neocortex was able to utilize it.
Yeah.
So I felt like a snake,
Yeah.
I didn't have to fucking blink
Yeah.
all the time. I could go like a minute without blinking.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like, do you feel like you can lubricate your eyes without blinking?
yes. That's
It's
how I could feel like on
fucking weird,
keto,
man.
bro. It's fucking hectic, man. It's hectic.
I've never been able to share this with anyone.
I just thought of that. Fuck, I don't even know how I got to that.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you were just talking about ketosis. And the state that you get in. You're like a reptile. You don't have to blink.
Yeah, bro.
You know what
That's
I mean?
it
Like, you're
is.
so focused.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need to take a piss, man. Can I take these off?
Yeah, go for it, bro. Go for it. I'm gonna get some.
What does this do, like this particular wood?
It cleanses the air. Cleanses the energy out of the room. So but you don't want that black smoke. You want the white smoke. So blow that out now. You want the white smoke. You don't want the black smoke.
Right.
The black smoke is the opposite of what you want.
Yeah. It's like black meat.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Like fully cooked, like
charcoal.
like-
Yeah. Because you saw with your hand, it went the line that it made. You don't want to breathe that in. You want to breathe in the white smoke. The white smoke is the good stuff.
This here.
Yeah. So generally what you'll do is you'll burn it. You'll burn it for a while, yeah? You'll hold it like that. And this is very resinous piece. That's why it full painted your hand just then. You didn't hold it there for that long.
No, I just did that.
Yeah. And it's like fucking paint, bro, yeah? Like if I did this did this for every day for a
I
while.
was gonna say it's like charcoal, man.
Yeah, bro. If you do that for a while, the ceiling will go black.
Right, because when you said you don't want the black smoke, I put it out.
Yeah.
You don't want to inhale the black smoke.
That or just in general, it's bad energy. The white smoke is what you want.
Right. The white smoke.
Do the cross thing. That's it. Jesus knows about this. For sure.
Oh, mate, there's theories out there that Jesus was on acid and mushies and like...
He went to India, bro. He was in Goa partying with the Indians there. 100%. I'll take that. I'll put it on this one. And I'll rest it on there. Do an acid with the Indians there.
Fucking hell.
Tell that to the Pope. Oh, man.
Any other questions for me, bro? I love that you came prepared.
Oh, bro, it's you, man. Of course I'm going to come prepared, bro. You sick cunt. So we didn't talk about the office person, right? The 3 things that an office person sitting, if they're working from home because they're a work from home kind of person. There's a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But majority of their time they're on their laptop or their computer system. They're just sitting there, right? What would be 3 things, myofascial release techniques that they could use to really make a difference in their life? See, these black things are just everywhere. They're just zooming around.
Oh, is it the...
Yeah, see? Because they're lighter than air. Yeah. It's full just like zipping.
Wow, they're lighter than air.
They're everywhere, see? It's just...
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's gone.
Is that from this?
Yeah, it's from that with the black smoke. We got So we got distracted. Going back to the person working from home.
So they'd be in a very sedentary lifestyle.
It's gonna be like us, bro. We've been sitting here for 2 hours.
Yeah, but they sit there for 8 hours,
Yeah,
5 days a
that's
week,
hectic, bro.
and then on their laptops, and then on their phones.
Forward neck posture, curved this way.
Yeah, man. So people like that, generally their hammies and their glutes become very inactive. Their quad muscles, the rec fem, which is the main muscle that connects from the hip down to the knee. It's the only one that connects from both to both.
Yep.
That gets very shortened.
Yep.
Because they're in such a seated position all day, and then it starts to overcompensate for the glutes and the hammies when they walk and day-to-day movements. So that's the first thing I'd get to roll out. Depending on hip mobility.
And that thing was?
the rec fem, the rectus femoris.
Rectus
Yeah.
femoris.
It's the main, one of the most superficial muscle on the quad.
So pretty much roll your quads.
It's the middle
But
one.
target the middle of the quad.
Yeah, that's where I'd first start.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, because obviously you got to do it with intention. You can't just roll and then roll and then roll.
Yeah, yeah.
It defeats the purpose.
Because I normally roll, I'll do IT band.
Yeah.
And then I'll do rec femoris.
You got to
And then
take
I'll
your
do
time.
inner
on
one. I do
your
careful,
adductor.
but I don't use PVC like what you put on your Instagram reel.
Yeah, right.
I just stick to foam roller because that's fucking painful.
It is painful, bro.
Fuck.
But the thing is, you got to sit there. You got to find that knot. You got to find that trigger point.
Stay there, bro.
And you got to stay there.
Just deal with the pain.
That one point. This is why I recommend everybody starts with a soft foam roller, because
100%.
it'll take your breath away, man. Imagine, bro. Imagine
Take my
a
breath away.
way. And from there, I'd probably get them into thoracic extension, so a smaller PVC pipe or a smaller foam roller onto the midsection of their back.
Yep, going
and
that way.
Just get them to lay flat, so going across that way on the
And
back.
breathing in fully.
And just breathing in, and you want to just, it slowly extends the thoracic spine.
Yep.
Yeah. And start with something soft, because if you're uncoordinated with the back, you can hit the spine, you can hit the bones, you can roll funny.
Do some damage.
It's not damage. It'll be very, very. It'll deter people from wanting to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is
Not
why.
permanent damage, but yeah.
Yeah, mate, it'll scar you. It's like, oh, I hit the spine. Oh, yuck. No, I don't want to do that ever again.
Yeah.
And it's like, mate, and then
You got
all
to
of a
like
sudden,
for me with my thoracic spine, because after I had that incident with the drop sheet, and that area became very stiff, and there's a lot of scarring in that area. So I've been trying to get the oxygen in there.
Yeah.
Also the forward neck posture of being a little, I went from an office kind of scenario job to painting, because I was doing IT. I fucked it off to do painting, to be more physical. But the forward neck posture of, being on a computer from a young age, I'm trying to open it up too. You're working on it. And I've done those things where I'm just sitting on the foam roller and breathing in and holding it, and I'll get lightheaded. I will start to have tunnel vision, right? But for me,
when you're doing your breath work.
Yeah. But for me, that's progress. That's progress. That's not a deterrent. No. That's like, there's a reason why your body is having tunnel vision right now and you're breathing into this. It's because you're opening up parts that haven't been opened up in so long, and they're finally receiving that oxygen to that specific place where it needs that healing.
And that process, it takes over the vital. It takes over the vital organs of the body. Yeah. Like you're going to black out because of how much stress and pressure is in that. Yeah. That you just want to be just before it, man. Yeah. You test your limits.
For sure.
And you want to be just before it. But because you understand the body, you understand your body, you've taken it to your limits. Yeah. We've both taken it to the limits. We know where that threshold is. And it uses up a lot of resources, man, to open up these places, right?
It does.
And then the third thing I would do, and this is the thing, it's well and good to open up here. Okay, you're breathing, you're stretching the muscle fibers, but imagine stretching. I'm actually going to do a campaign on.
Move your mic a bit closer.
I'm going to do a campaign on why stretching isn't enough.
Well, I haven't been stretching much since I've been doing the myofascial release, to be honest.
Imagine a resistance band.
Yeah.
And then you tie a knot in the resistance band. You got a knot in the middle, still flexes.
Yeah.
So I was hypermobile, but I wasn't torsioned properly. Created torque in the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I still had those knots.
Wow.
So I was full flexible. Yeah. But I still had the knots.
Still had the knots.
Still had the pain. Until I started to discover these things.
Yeah.
Right. And then when you open up your thoracic spine, you've got all this lengthened, but you've still got the habitual knots and trigger points in your serratus, in your chest, in your obliques.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obliques mainly being hernias and stuff like that.
Hey, a lot of hernias, bro. So imagine people like this.
Yeah.
All these muscles start to calcify. They're not being used properly. They can't flex their abs properly. And I used to squat 160 kilos with a full rotational twist wearing insoles with 1 foot, 1.5 centimeters shorter than the other. And that was recommendation from my physio, man.
Fuck.
That's another campaign that I'm going to do about my orthotics, bro. If you jump on my Instagram, you'll see a photo of my foot before and after. Unbalanced, twisted, thumb underneath my second finger. To a year later, or 2 years later,
Everything's all stretched
centimeter
out.
and a half bigger. My foot doesn't fit in the scan anymore, and my toes are like this, and the pressure's spread evenly. It's the habits, the old habits that you got to break out of, right? And like I mentioned, the third thing is the front, the anterior side of the body
For the office person.
yeah. Because they're here.
Anterior.
They got to open
There's neglect. There's a lot of neglect on this side.
man. They're not holding their body upright. Their traps are disengaging. And then you got to get them into exercises where they're moving incorrectly. Like it might look right, yeah, but their muscles are in atrophy. They don't know how to fire them properly. They've lost that CNS connection.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, man. That's where the kinetic drive comes in, right? So if you put your hands on the table like this, we'll do a little experiment. And imagine you're trying to squash the table.
Oh, yeah. I did this in the factory.
You did this in the factory, right?
Yeah.
This
you
is
put
one-
it closer and then,
Yeah.
you know.
And you try and squash, right? And you push forward. And then you've got muscles engaging automatically through kineticism.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to generate force.
You're using your resources. You're
Yeah.
resourcing what you,
through breathing. So imagine, bro, people say, oh, mate, I pulled a disc standing up. My brother,
Fuck.
he was 20-something, man. He pulled a disc standing up. So imagine, he would have just gone, twisted, nodded,
Ladies.
pop, laters. Why? Just through breathing. Even breathing can be dangerous, man. Bro, I almost blacked out on the freeway. You almost blacked out and you fuck.
Yeah.
There are limits, man.
I nearly blacked out on the freeway too. I thought you were talking about me. Did you black out on the freeway?
Almost blacked out on the freeway. Foot on the brake, finger on hazards.
Oh, bro. That's hectic.
Doing my holotropic breathing.
Bro, so... that's crazy, bro. I've got a similar experience, bro.
Fucking, but what are we doing to ourselves, man?
Fuck, I don't know, bro. But I was 100 Ks down Western Port Highway, right?
Yeah, bro.
And this specific song came on. It was Fleetwood Mac, The Chain, right? I was coming back from Pete's. And all of a sudden, this emotion came over my body, yeah? And I started hyperventilating. Because I could feel, like, from that song, somehow it resonated through my ancestral DNA, and half of my fucking vision was here in this reality, and the other half was my ancestors getting slaved out of fucking India and taken to Fiji, shackled in fucking chains under a boat, having to fucking row with chains on, right?
Crazy.
And I was like, fucking, I just felt their helplessness and their pain.
Wow.
And they're just completely, their morale was like destroyed, yeah? Helplessness. And I started hyperventilating, bro, because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Bro, there was a roundabout a couple hundred meters in front of me. I'm still going 100 Ks an hour. The tunnel vision's now setting in. And I'm like, I'm going to flip this ute. It's a fucking Toyota Hilux. Like, it's a powerful, big fucking 3-ton, 4-ton heavy vehicle. And I was freaking out, dude. So I just start slowing down, right? Because I have no choice. I'm coming to this roundabout, right? It's all fucking coming in. I put the window down, so I'm getting air on my face, right? I slow down to 40. I can only see this much, yeah?
Yeah, wow.
Right? I slow down to 40, and I just made the fucking turn, bro. But I had to suppress, and I had to cut that connection that was coming from like my ancestors. I had to cut that connection prematurely, so I didn't flip the fucking Hilux, bro. I just made it. I made the 3-point turn on the roundabout. I got home. I couldn't sleep, bro. I couldn't fucking sleep that night. I was like, what the fuck's going on? I'm tossing and turning in bed. I'm like, what did I see? I still feel some vague connection, but like I was buzzing, yeah. And then the next morning I wake up at 8 o'clock. I'm like, fuck, bro. I just went for a run. I just went for a fucking run. Good fucking half an hour. I did about 5Ks, you know, maybe more than half an hour because back then I wasn't as fit as I am now. Let's be honest. And I came home and I was just like, what the fuck is going on with this? Well, what happened yesterday? I was standing in front of the fucking kitchen sink, bro. And then all that fucking energy just came back, yeah? I just started crying, bro. I just started crying into the kitchen sink, bro.
Like full sobbing.
Bro, yeah.
Wow.
They let me experience what they felt. And then they're like, now you understand what we went through.
How
and
long,
I'm just
how
like,
long ago
that's
was
7
this?
fucking generations ago, bro. That's 7 generations ago.
What a
Crazy.
message, bro.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
That was about maybe a year ago.
It's very recent.
Yeah, it was.
Mate, and how did it linger? Did the emotions linger?
It just felt like I was able to just like process and understand my ancestors a lot better.
Did it shape you at all? Do you know anything of change that came from that in your life? Like, did things get better?
For me, because it's quite recent, like I've been doing pretty good lately, yeah, and I've been doing all right. But I think that was more like a, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
We're watching you. We want the best for you, and you know.
How good's that, bro?
It was almost like a check-in, and hey, you know, this was our struggle. You know, what's yours gonna be? Yeah,
that's very interesting, man.
Yeah, nearly flipped the car. Crazy. We got a lot of crazy stories, bro.
It's very scary, bro. It's very scary, breathwork.
It is, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
It's very rewarding. It's like MFR, bro. You gotta feel it. It's just a part of life, you know. And the pharmaceuticals, mate. Xanax, Hamosi again, bro. Fucking sick cunt. He's like, would you rather meditate for 15, 20 minutes a day to maybe get the feeling of it without like the relief sensation without being distracted, or would you rather drop a Xanax and have that feeling instantly?
And a lot of people would say Xanax and Adderall's, you know, no dramas.
And that's why Xanax is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah. Does he like Xanax or
he chooses meditation?
Yeah,
any day, every day.
Cunt, yeah,
but
sick cunt.
Perspective, man.
Of course, and you know what? That's the Hermetic principle of polarity, right? You've got polar opposites on each side. You know, someone could be doing Adderall and Xanax, and still successful.
Mm-hmm. Someone could be snorting lines of coke in a fucking courtroom.
Yeah,
mate, runs a massive law firm.
Yeah, it's killing it. It's all relative, right? It's all relative.
It's all our choice too.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you believe's right for you.
Mate, Napoleon Hill's got a book. It's called Believe and Achieve.
Napoleon Hill's awesome.
I love Napoleon Hill, man.
Think and Grow Rich is his other book, isn't it? Yeah.
I just finished reading that now for the 3rd time.
The Think and Grow Rich?
Think and Grow Rich, yeah.
Wow.
I just ordered the hard copy again. Couldn't find the original.
Yeah.
The first one I had was beautiful.
I think I've got a copy.
It was a green cover.
Oh, the original.
The original.
I don't think I've got the original.
I can't find that now. It's just a white. Yeah, half my books I've lost. Wow. Yeah, I have to order it again.
That's all right.
That's all right. Audio books are amazing, bro.
Yeah, I listened to his audio book and then I bought his book because I found it at a fucking St. Vincent de Paul for $2.
Mad.
Yeah.
Well, the book's worth $40.
Exactly.
I'll be honest with you, mate.
On eBay.
It's worth so much more than that.
Yeah.
So much more than that.
It's a very powerful book, and the lessons contained in that is can definitely propel you.
So just read, bro.
Yeah.
For everyone listening,
read more.
Just read more. Read more.
Read
of what you want. Read more.
Yes. Definitely. I'm going to read more as a result of this conversation.
Yep.
I'm going to read before I go to sleep.
And don't overwhelm yourself.
No, I'm just going to read a couple pages of The Way of the Superior Man. I'm like 80% there, so I just got to finish it.
One thing I love teaching my clients is ask yourself questions. Do I want to read? Yes.
Why do I want to read?
Why do I want to read? What would I be comfortable with reading tonight? If I pick up the book, I'll see how I feel. Would that be okay? Yeah, I fucking guess so. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, bro.
What about a question for like each person out there? You know, like, what is better in your, you know, in your mind, like reading a book or scrolling on TikTok or Instagram?
People say scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, man. People will actually say that.
Yeah, and they'll say that they're learning because
Yeah.
they're learning things from their customized algorithm that's made for them. They're a product, bro. You're a product. You're a product. If you're not paying for the app, you are the fucking product, cuz. If the longer it takes you to figure that out, the more time you're wasting. And that's just the way it is.
I wasted a lot of time, man. A lot of time.
Yeah.
And now I feel I don't have any more time to waste.
Yeah, that's when you start thinking like that, you light a fire under
There's
your own ass
nothing,
and
bro.
you just fucking launch.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel you on that,
I
man.
love it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this up on that. That's
Sick
good.
cat.
And we'll be doing a lot more pods in the future.
A
So.
lot more pods in the
It's
future, bro.
gonna be great. All the links and descriptions for your businesses we'll put in the descriptions below.
Sick cat, thank you.
And also 3i Blackwater Mineral Concentrate. They are an amazing company from my friends Manny and Christian.
Nice.
They've got a 50% off sale at the moment. So definitely utilize that. You can put some into your water.
Yeah.
We can do that now. I'll show you.
This is for gut.
Do you want brain?
Yeah.
There's gut, immune, brain, and the normal one.
I'll never say no to a good brain.
Get some good brain in you then.
Nice. What's this one? Throat?
Throat. Well, which one is that gut?
No.
Yeah, it's gut.
It's gone.
Throat. You just drop some in it, actually.
How much?
Oh, you can do like a whole thing or half.
So what is this? What's in it? Do you know?
It's a
mushroom.
It's a full Vic mineral concentrate with mushrooms in it as well.
Yeah,
so it's got
right.
70 trace minerals, antioxidants, supports digestive health, anti-inflammatory, prebiotic, supports energy levels, organically cultivated. So this one's got turkey tail. So guts got turkey tail, immune has reishi, and brain, which one does brain have? Cordyceps?
Australian cultivated lion's mane fruiting body with mycelium extract, fulvic, humic, and mineral concentrate. 70 trace minerals, antioxidants, supports anxiety and stress, anti-inflammatory, cognitive health, nootropics, and organically cultivated. Yeah, amazing, bro.
How cool that looks. How fucking sick that looks, bro. It just as it's slowly moving in that. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
It doesn't taste like anything. It's very mild, super mild.
Bro, it doesn't taste like anything.
Yeah. And it's actually very good for you. I'd rather have this over Shilajit, because Shilajit.
Oh wow!
Because this is pretty much it's Shilajit, right?
Yeah.
But this, because what Shilajit is like full minerals complexes. That's what it is. This one is my boys. They don't get it from the Himalayas, which most of it comes from India. That's exposed to all the pollutions. It's exposed to all the elements, and it's got mercury in it, Shilajit. Whereas this comes from underwater caves in America.
Wow.
No pollutants, no contaminants. So
How good's that?
I highly recommend this stuff. I'll only have this stuff. Heaps of people like talk about Shilajit, but they don't understand that there's trace amounts of mercury and other heavy metals that are toxic that you do not need in your body.
Mate, with so how much are these going for with the 50% off?
I think you get like the whole a whole kit like this, fucking under $100, like $79. I think it's normally 160. This is
yeah. Well, there's Byron Bay that do all the cordyceps mushrooms and stuff like that. It's very similar to this, and they're very expensive. And
this is very moderately priced. Like the boys have like you get 4 of them for like $159, but with 50% off, that's going to be fucking $75 or something.
Can you get just the one?
Yes, you can, and that's at half price as well at the moment. I think it's like $20, $25 for one because it's normally 50. So they're going hard, you know. A 50% off sale is not something that's gonna last forever.
Mate, I might actually jump on and grab like. Do they have an expiry date?
They last for a long time, but they do have an expiry date.
Mate, I'll jump on and buy 10 of these, bro.
Bella, multiply your minerals there. Multiply your minerals. What it's done. Multiply them.
Multiply your minerals.
Yeah, they're sick cunts, bro. They're solid boys. You're gonna meet them. You're gonna meet them probably in a couple of weeks anyway. When I have my birthday bash.
Absolutely, bro. The one thing that I wanted to add was mushrooms.
Which kind of mushroom? Lion's
like these,
mane.
yeah, the lion's mane.
Cordyceps is good as well for the cognitive function. I've got some lion's mane here in powder form. I can give you some to take home.
See, function, memory, focus, and learning along with antidepressant and anti-anxiety properties. Yeah. I'd 100% get 10 bottles of these.
Or you can just grab a pack and then, you know, whenever you need. I'm sure
the 4,
you'll meet the boys. Yeah, you'll meet them.
I'll grab the brain. I love the brain.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
All right, let's wrap this up, brother. It was a pleasure.
That's the third time we've said that now. We're fucking wogs.
Yeah, we're going to be at the fucking car soon. We're at the window like, hey, back in the mod there, sonny.
Can I have my microphone back, bro?
Bad. Bad. All right, bro.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
No worries. We'll do a lot more of them too.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, sick.
Man.
All right, guys. Laters.
Peace out.
Peace.